Okay, real talk. How many pictures are on your camera roll right now? Enough to induce a little stress? Let's take a deep breath.
Friend to friend, I want to tell you what finally worked for me. Chatbooks. They make it so easy to actually do something with all those photos.
And right now, they're giving us a podcast-exclusive, mind-blowing offer. 12 monthly mini photo books for just $12, plus free shipping. That's a full year of printed memories for less than you pay for 1 month of streaming. Sleep better at night knowing your memories are safe. Just pick your photos and the Chatbooks app does the rest. Go to chatbooks.com/get12. That's chatbooks.com/get12 and grab this deal before it's gone.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
My name is Tyler Fornes, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Good, the Bad, and the Hungy AEW podcast here on the Voice of Wrestling Podcasting Network. We take a broad scope approach to the world of All Elite Wrestling and the entire universe of Tony Khan. We talk about the big matches, the big stars, the promos, the storylines, and we also look at it from a big picture perspective. How are things going to change over the course of the next 10 years with AEW still in the picture? How are companies like WWE going to adapt and adjust to AEW? Are they going to be a similar way like they did with WCW in the late 1990s? Will there be a counterpunch? We talk about all of that and more on The Good, the Bad, and the Hungy every week on the Voice of Wrestling Network.
Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Collins, and I am the host of the Gentleman's Wrestling Podcast, a show right here on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. On the Gentleman's Wrestling Podcast, we take a deep look at individual issues and stories that are going on in the wrestling world. Each episode is about a different topic, and we take a thorough and educated look at things ranging from current booking trends to breakdowns on individual performers and angles to investigations into different fan cultures across the industry. In addition, we keep a close eye on the wrestling media, and as a professional journalist, I bring a unique perspective to how current issues in wrestling are being covered and discussed through the wrestling media. We have a revolving series of guests from across wrestling punditry joining us on each episode, and we hope that you make the choice to give us a listen on wherever you get your podcast from.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Welcome back, everybody, to Wrestling Omakase. It is episode number 274, and this week I am pleased to be joined by a returning guest. Hello, Velkej.
Hello. I'm back for some more fall show talk. Some more what? What I'm talking about? I'm back because I want to talk about Joshi wrestling. That's what I do.
Yeah, and also AEW. I know you're excited to talk
Yeah,
about that.
that's awesome. Really hyped about that. The USD wrestling, the thing that I really love.
Before I get anything else, I got to plug this right at the start of the episode because it's closing soon, and you haven't filled it out yet, actually. So I guess you don't want to be on it. But
I
the
wanted to
Wrestle
ask
Kingdom-
you about that right now before we start recording. It's too late now, though.
No. The Wrestle Kingdom week preview sign up form. It's in the episode description. I have like 8 people that signed up so far, so I have a good number of people. But if anyone else listening, including my co-host right now, wants to be on the Wrestle Kingdom week preview stuff, you have about by the time this goes up, you got probably about less than a week. So because I'm going to close this out probably the 30th or December 1st, something like that, so I can start trying to get together who's going to record and when. Because it's probably going to be like December 10th to 20th is when we're going to record. So yeah, if you're interested in being on it, if you're a listener, you've never done a podcast before, it's just something you want to try. If you have done a podcast before, whatever. If you have, basically the idea is we're going to talk about various different promotions and their shows for Wrestle Kingdom week, and we'll also talk about like their year up until this point. So if you're like really passionate about like one Japanese promotion or 2 Japanese promotions or 7 Japanese promotions, go fill out the form and volunteer for it, and we'll see if we can fit you in. I want to get these little roundtables going with like different fans, giving different, perspectives on different promotions and stuff. And we'll see, what we, I'm hoping it'll be, like I said, like about the flagship, sort of like the flagship WrestleMania preview, giant thing they do meets those year in review episodes we used to do way back in the day on Omakase for longtime listeners. That's my general idea. So again, the link is in the episode description. It's just a Google form. All you got to do is fill it out. It just basically asks you for your name and your email and, what shows you want to cover. Like if you're going to Japan or not for Wrestle Kingdom week, because I was trying to prioritize people who are going, although it feels like most of the people who are going to appear are going. So especially if you're going to Wrestle Kingdom week, I want to hear from you. So definitely fill the form out if you're going. But even if you're not going, and you're just really passionate about some Japanese promotion, please feel free to fill out the form. Okay. I made my plea. You can ask me on the air, Velkej, if you had some question about it.
The question is, do you want me to talk about Actress Girls? Because their show, their like year-end show is at the same time as Stardom show.
You can talk about it, sure, why not?
It's one of the dumbest time schedules that I have seen. It's like I'm so disappointed in their booking because last year they made it so that you could have gone to the Korakuen, then like get on the train and get to Ryogoku before the show started for Stardom. So, and they are not doing that this year, so I am very doubtful about them being able to get more than like 700 people into the venue.
Yeah, it's really weird, right? Because like, who the fuck would pick Actors Girls over Stardom besides someone who's like really hardcore about Actors Girls and doesn't watch Stardom at all?
The thing is, unless there's a chance that if you are like a foreigner coming into Japan and you want to go wrestling on the 29th and the Sumo Hall show sells out, so they are not selling any more tickets on the day off.
That's a good point, actually.
So you can
it's
go
almost
to
sold
Korakuen.
out.
Yeah. So you can go to Korakuen, especially if you are like trying to get tickets and you are not following, for example, your guides or something like that. Then yes, I can see why you can go to the Korakuen instead of the Sumo Hall, but I don't know. I would not do it. Even though I'm one of those people who like is the fan of the promotion, if I had to choose between the Sumo Hall for Stardom and the Korakuen for the Actors Girls, I would 100% chose the Sumo Hall show.
Yeah, I just don't know who wouldn't really. So it's like very different. Because I would love to see Actress Girls. Like that was one of my promotions I'd never seen that I wanted to say, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work out.
No, the schedule doesn't work out at all.
Yeah. Because I'm seeing Ice Ribbon for the first time. That'll be December 31st. Because I'm going to go to that. And I'm just going to get late to All Japan. Because you've probably noticed, listeners, that we haven't been covering All Japan much. Because I always like put them down and like just never get to their shows because I cannot fucking stand watching them anymore. They're so bad. So do I give a shit if I get to All Japan, your Yogi show like 45 minutes late? No, I do not. So
and you'd be able to say that you were at Ribbon Mania. So,
yeah. Which I know they're bringing. There's a bunch of like older wrestlers coming back, right? I remember.
Yeah, because Twitter, it's Ribbon Mania. It's their like their premium show, and they always get like a better crowd. The year I was
Maya Yuki, he is going to be on it. I think, right? I think
the year I was at is that the 2019 to 2020 New Year Day, and like around that New Year. There was the Saya Tequila retirement show, which was basically the whole show at Korakuen was the, outside of like 2 matches before that, was just the gauntlet. And it was the gauntlet, like 3-minute matches against different opponents throughout her career. Well, that was like one of the best shows that I've ever went to. Like I had so much fun watching that back then. It was great.
So yeah, that'll be cool. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go to that, and then just like as I get to All Japan late because I don't really give a fuck about All Japan at this point. But yeah, I mean, I saw people on the Super JCast Discord being like, "This might be the first year in history that the New Japan World Tag League is actually better than the All Japan World Tag League." Because yeah, that tag league lineup looks pretty horrible. Unless you really love like I don't know, you really love what the hell's the name of that unit? Havoc. If you're a big Havoc fan, then maybe.
Yeah, I have seen Go Shiozaki with his little makeup. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know if I sound a little bit out of it. By the way, to people listening, I apologize. I just got the not to get political on anybody, but I just got the COVID vaccine yesterday, and it has kind of knocked me on my butt. So, but I needed I tried to time it so it'd be exactly 1 month out from the Japan trip. So, like that was the general idea, like 32 days out. So hopefully I'll be at like max protection to not hopefully get fucking COVID at all these 10,000 wrestling shows I'm going to. But yeah, really, it's like, I don't know, it didn't knock me out as badly as when I used to do the flu shot on the same day. I stopped doing that, but it still knocked me out pretty bad. It still felt like...
I'm doing the flu shot for the first time ever in like a week or something.
Yeah.
I've never done that because I always suffer the flu around Christmas Day. So I just want this year to evade that. And I'll be doing COVID shot like in, I don't know, January, because I always get COVID in spring. So
yeah, I
got it when I flew to Japan. I think I was in the plane with COVID. Don't tell anyone, please.
I won't. Your secret's safe from me and whatever listeners we have. But yeah, I don't know. I always get sick in Japan. I don't even know if it probably isn't even COVID or anything. It's probably just like a regular cold or something.
It's just the flu. It's just the convention flu.
But I got the flu shot. I got the COVID shot. I'm going to fucking chug those lemons. Like my goal this time is do not get sick this time. Like no illnesses while I'm in Japan. So I'm going to chug those fucking lemon vitamin C drinks every night. It's because all I do is drink the entire time in Japan.
I was like, I flew with like some. I got sick like a week before I left my country, and when I was flying there, I was like suffering because like it was awful. Do not recommend flying with splitting headache because oh my god, that was awful. I wanted to die, and then like I got. I did not know that because I really don't speak in Japan, like to people. So on the day of the STARDOM All-Star Grand Kingdom, I was so sick that I didn't like. I was not sick anymore. Like I just had some throat ache or something like that, and I met someone and I wanted to greet them. And I could not because I have completely lost my voice. I was unable to fucking speak. And I did not know it until like the late evening. It's like, because I don't speak in Japan at all to people, because I just like mumble arigato and stuff like that, because I don't speak Japanese. And I have never tried to learn that. I was forced to learn English because like I read Dungeons and Dragons. That's why I speak English. And I'm bad with languages. Like the English learning was suffering, and I don't want to learn another language. I just don't anymore.
It is very hard. I've been trying forever, and I know a little bit now, but it's very, very hard.
Yeah, it's
like somebody. Okay, well, somebody asked in the Voice Wrestling Slack about this is a kind of a linguistic weird thing. So there's sometimes where you'll see in the kana, it'll show the consonant N, right? Just the N by itself, which is like in hiragana and katakana, you can just have it. It's one of the only. I think it is the only one that can be a consonant without a vowel. So it's like, you'll have like trying to like Shin Nihon Japan, like Shihan Pro Wrest, it's New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's like the character for Shin and the character for N. And usually they will like write out in when they write it out in Romaji. I'm doing a terrible job explaining this. When they write it out in Romaji, it'll spell it out Shin. Sometimes that same fucking character will be used in like the example that came up was there's a Dragon Gate comedy wrestler who's named after a neighborhood in I think it's in Osaka, and the same neighborhood's in Tokyo. The same neighborhood with a neighborhood the same name in Tokyo too. And if you look at the kana for it, it should be Shin again. Like it's new. It's the same fucking kanji that's new in New Japan. So it should be Shin, but they write it as Shimbashi, Shim Bashi, and it's like a weird quirk of trying to write a language that's normally in, not in Romaji, not in a Roman alphabet, in a Roman alphabet. And it's because I guess some people will write it with the M because it does sound more like an M when there's certain sounds following it, like a ba sound. So some sources will write Shimbashi, some sources will write Shinbashi, and it's like which one is correct. Really, they're both correct, but you'll see more common, you'll see Shimbashi. So yeah, it's very weird. There's all sorts of weird stuff like that. And normally when it's like another thing, it's like the Kano is like, is it Kenoh or is it Kenou? Things like that too. So there's all sorts of weird linguistic quirks when it comes to writing.
The Czech language is closer to the Romanji transcript than at least in English than the English one, because I don't get for example, I don't like anytime there's I in like the Romanji transcript of the word, I never like try to say I always say E. Yeah. Because that's how I say that letter. So it's like that's how I'm learned. So I'm much closer to my pronunciation for like it's easier for me to guess the pronunciation of a word when I see it written in Romanji than it's for like English speakers.
Yeah. So no, I mean that makes sense. But yeah, it's very weird. So the Romanji's weird, and that's why they tell you not to learn it. Because it's like you really need to learn.
Why would you learn that though? It's
I don't know. There's some people who like just cannot deal with kana or anything.
Okay,
so
yeah. I guess so. Well, it's still like that. It still feels like that's not learning the language though.
No, I agree. But whatever. So I mean, nobody probably cares. But yeah, so like that. There's all sorts of weird stuff with the language. That is for sure. But yeah, so I'm like kind of out of it because of the QR code shot or whatever the fuck people think it is now. And I did go to Full Gear this past weekend though. So went to see my favorite American wrestling promotion, All Elite Wrestling, a promotion everybody knows I love. Because my friend Quinlan just kind of like really, really kept begging me to go. And I was like, what it came down to for me was like, first of all, I was like, I will not spend more than $60. So we were in the upper deck in the second row in Prudential Center overlooking the ring. So it was pretty good. I mean, central with the ring, but definitely kind of high up. So like above the lower bowl. But I thought we had a decent view. And just that there was just all sorts of weirdness with the production. Like for a promotion that has as much money as they do, I'm always kind of weirded out by how bad their production is. Because like they have this giant screen, that's like it's like the scoreboard for hockey, because Venezuela is normally a hockey arena. It's like directly in front of my line of sight. It's like right in front of me based on where I'm sitting. And they don't use it for the promos. So you can't watch the promos that they air from backstage during the pre-show and even during the main show on it. They only air them on the screen that's like on the stage, which you can't really see from where I was sitting. They didn't even use it for the in-ring action for a while. They just had this giant fan board up there where you could take a photo and like have your photo show up there. They left that on for like a long time during the actual show. I'm like, why am I staring at pictures of fucking random people's faces? Why can't you show me the in-ring action on this screen? Eventually they did finally fix it and get the in-ring action on the actual fucking screen. So that was nice. It only took them like an hour into the show, I think. And then on top of that, their fucking sound system. I don't know what the hell was up with their sound system in the Prudential Center, but like most of the theme songs sounded very, very garbled, and like you couldn't even make out. I've never heard theme songs of wrestling shows sound lower and like more unintelligible, so you couldn't even hear most of the music, which in the case of like Okada's new AEW thing, that was a benefit. But it's just a very weird atmosphere at any wrestling show to barely be able to hear the theme songs. And whenever they fucking would have promos, either backstage or in the ring, couldn't hear a word they were fucking saying. Like nothing. I'm like, this is what the kind of thing you're used to at a random indie show. You can't fucking hear what they're saying. Not the number 2 promotion in the world or whatever that's spent with a billionaire fucking funding it and it's on national television and pay-per-view and everything. So yeah, the production was really bad. The crowd kind of sucked, although it wasn't really their fault, all of it. Like, I mean, I didn't have anybody annoying near me, so that was good. There was like no crowd comedians or anything. So that, that's always a thing you're worried about in American shows. But like the crowd didn't care about long swaths of the show. So that made kind of watching it a little, like dull when you're just sitting there with a bunch of people who didn't really react to anything. It's just, and I know the AEW fans hate hearing it. The shows are too fucking long. We get there before 7:00 because they put Okada and Takeshita against Mystico on the pre-show. And I had to choose between being stuck in Newark, New Jersey until 1 a.m. or seeing the main event, which is crazy to me. Like I'm in there for 5 hours and I still haven't seen the end of the semi-main. And like because the only 2 trains are running back to New York were like 12 a.m. and 12:51 a.m. I'm like, I am not fucking getting the 12:51 a.m. So I fucking left before the semi-main was even over, which I guess was the
wait. So the show starts after 7 and lasts.
The pre-show is 7. Yep. So people say don't count the pre-show. You have to count the pre-show, especially when now 2 months in a row the fucking main event, the pre-show goes directly into the start of the main show.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
So yeah, even if you don't count the pre-show, I shouldn't have to be in a venue for a normal monthly pay-per-view for 4.5 hours to see the main event. That's kind of crazy.
It's like. And
so it's not the biggest show of the year. It's not
one of the 7, and
yeah,
and it was not over before the midnight.
No, it didn't end until like 12:20 or 12:25 in the morning.
That sucks. Like that fucking sucks.
So
that's
I left.
Awful.
I left and made the 12 a.m. So did Taylor from the Jumping Bomb Audio on this very network. So I ran into him on the way back. He got a free ticket, so he paid even less than I did. I paid $60 at least. But yeah, I mean. We both were like the same thing. We're like, we're not staying in Newark until almost 1 a.m.
Yeah, because I get
the 12 a.m. train, and maybe I get there by 12:30. Back to Manhattan by 12:30. Really, it's more like 12:35 or 12:40 by the time because the train was late on top of that. And by the time I get like off that train, I still have to get an Uber all the way back to Throgs Neck, which is like on the border of Bronx and Queens. I didn't make it home until 1:30 in the morning. And like, if I had fucking stayed for that main event,
you would be home at 2. Yeah,
I'd be home at like 2:30. Yeah, by the time because I'm waiting another 40 minutes for that next train. So that is fucking crazy. You should never have a fucking regular ass pay-per-view going after midnight. Like that is fucking crazy. Midnight Eastern time. If you really have to run a fucking 4.5 hour show. A 4.5 hour main show, 5.5 hours for the pre-show. at least start the pre-show at 6 p.m. Eastern and start the main show at 7 p.m.
Yeah,
Eastern, so
yeah.
people are out of there before midnight. Like that would have been a little better. Really, you shouldn't run a show that long at all. But
Yeah,
no,
I
you absolutely have
see,
to.
I don't see like why should I stay at a venue unless it's like literally New Year's countdown after midnight. Like that I can accept. Like because I did that at the wrestling menu, like to count out the midnight at New Year's, but otherwise no, never.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And I was thinking about it with the Japan trip. I'm like, how many days where I have 2 shows in the same day are going to be shorter? Both shows combined are going to be shorter than this one show. Probably more than one.
I think it would be mostly like the shows. The noon shows are usually like 2.5 hours and nothing more, and the evening shows are top at 3.5 hours.
Yeah. So like if you have a 3 hour show and a 2.5 hour show, the 2 shows combined will be like about as long as this pay-per-view, which is fucking crazy.
That's insane.
So,
yeah, and dumb.
So yeah, I don't know. So my ass just started to hurt after a while. I mean, it's just really like, and because at least the other thing too about the Japanese shows is they give you a fucking intermission too, which these shows do not. So it's all just sitting there or having people climb over you because no one gets up at the same time. It's just, I don't know. I will say it was nice being at a show because I think this was my first time going to a wrestling show since I lost all this weight. And I was like, wow, I have people on both sides of me now that I'm like 90 pounds lighter. And I don't feel squished at all. Like I feel pretty normal. I'm like, wow. It's like one of the benefits, the hidden benefits of being skinnier is you're not as squished in wrestling seats. So I look forward to that in Japan too, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is very whatever. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about the actual show. The matches were mostly good. There wasn't a lot that blew me away. I had the match of the night as like Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher. They went like 4 stars on. That was really good. But yeah, the booking is really stupid. I mean, I feel like everybody else is good. There's other people who do a better job burying that. Like I heard the Trish and Sarah podcast did a really good job burying the booking. But like they had Samoa. Do you even know what happened? Do you know what happened, Velkej? Did I even pay that
No.
So
I know that they had a hook involved in the finish of the main event.
So let me set the scene.
That's all that I know.
So Hangman Adam Page, he wins the AEW World Title in July.
Okay.
At their biggest show of the year, he vanquishes Jon Moxley, who was like the leader of the AEW House of Torture, basically had this heel group running in to protect his title. And Moxley, he assembles the fucking whole Avenger team. They all fucking run in and help him. And he vanquishes Moxley. And he wins the world title back finally.
Good for him.
130 days later, they had him lose. 130 days later, so barely more than 4 months. They have him lose this world title to Samoa Joe, 46-year-old Samoa Joe, in a cage match where Samoa Joe's House of Torture, the Ops, who recently turned heel, all ran in and interfered in the match. And then Hook ran in, who used to be part of the Ops, and revealed he was still part of the Ops after all. And he turned heel because Brian Danielson was like, oh, he was with them all along on commentary. And they tweeted it out too. Powerhouse Todd said he's always with them. The only problem with the scenario is, do you know who Samoa Joe beat to win his #1 contendership for the show?
Hook?
He beat Hook. Yes, he beat the man who
That's great. That's incredible.
So Hook either in kayfabe through this match for Samoa Joe that was all part of their master plan, also fought him in other matches, I believe, or like it just doesn't make any sense, which is probably the latter. Really doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, but yeah, so they replaced one House of Torture with another House of Torture. They had a different cheating heel group run in and interfere to help Joe win the title in like 4 months.
John, do they have black t-shirts? Do they have black t-shirts?
They do. They do have black t-shirts.
They do have black t-shirts. Love the black t-shirts.
And they everybody's just ripping off the house now. That's what everybody does.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, like
know.
it's
the house.
But like they so yeah, they turned heel. They had Joe win the title off of a Hook heel turn, and Samoa Joe, 46-year-old Samoa Joe, I went up and looked up what his victories were this year. He's a trios champion. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
Do you know what singles matches he's won this year?
I don't know. Tell me.
He's won like 4 singles matches in the entire calendar year. His last one was in July against Wheeler Yuta.
Oh,
so,
that's another member of House of Torture, if I'm not mistaken.
His other singles wins, I believe, are like over. I just had. Let me say, I put the graphic in the Slack before. Yeah, he beat Wheeler Yuta in July. That was his last singles win. He beat Claudio Castagnoli all the way back in May on May 7th, and he beat Nick Wayne on January 25th. So it's actually 3 singles wins. Excuse me. Those are all of his singles wins for the entire year. This is the man they built up to take the world title off their top babyface, who they crowned, at the biggest show of the year. They had him get 3 singles wins all year, and they were one of them was against Dick Wayne, and the last one was against Wheeler Yuta. So there you go.
Okay.
But people say, "Oh, don't worry, it's not like okay." This is the one that felt like to me like Nick Wayne, like not Nick Wayne. Tony Khan like pressing buttons in his TW save. Like they actually put out like they started leaking to the media like this has been planned all along. He has a big plan for it. I don't give a fuck what spin they put out there. This is him deciding he wants this belt off a Page, whether it's because they're not drawing great houses for the TV, or he's still fucking secretly mad at Page over the CM Punk thing, or whatever the fuck. He's still mad at Page, so he's taking the belt off and putting it on Samoa Joe, even though Joe hasn't fucking done anything this year. And we go straight from one House of Torture to another one, and 3.5 months later, and it is crap. I mean, it's crap. And I feel like people don't bury this hard enough, and they especially don't bury Tony Khan hard enough for being a horrible booker. Everybody knows Gator's a horrible booker in 2025. We need more fucking people talking about what a horrible booker Tony Khan is in 2025, because he's fucking horrible. To put the title on Samoa Joe with no fucking build off of a hook heel turn, a hook. It was me, Hangman. It was me all along heel turn. Like, this is straight out of fucking late 90s Russo bullshit. And it's not even the first time AEW's done this. Because they did the same shit with, when they had the fucking devil shit, when, they were with the devil all along and all that bullshit. There was like another one too, where they did like they were with them all along, but I can't think what it was now.
It's the USD wrestling.
Yeah, but it's such a horrible trope. It's such a horrible trope.
Why do you think I don't watch it? So,
I don't know.
About the bookers, the Booker of the Year conversation. Okay, so let's talk about the victories of the World Title Challenger, Sauriano, going into the title match in next month. In just over a month. So let's start with the last big storyline loss of her year. So she got beat by Rina for Wonder of Stardom, which is the white belt, the secondary belt.
I thought she got beat by Poi.
No. She got beat by Rina on the 26th of January this year. After that, she beat Kaori Yoneyama in Oz. She destroyed Miku Kanai at Sarism. She got beat by Tam Nakano in Korakuen Hall. A show I was at. Yeah, she got beaten and slapped the shit out of her.
She said in the bill. I think she said in that post match promo, they already started teasing that they want to put the red belt on it, because she was like, I will get that red belt. That was basically what she said. Yeah.
So then, under 2 weeks later, she wins the Oz Academy World title. She then draws the second best house in Ota World against Natsupoi and does her little time limit draw match in there. Then she loses to Starlight Kid because she's depressed and she's forced to by Starlight Kid to do that match, because Starlight Kid still sees her as her idol and someone who's worthy of big singles things. And then 5-star begins. She beats Saya Ida. She loses to... she beats Miyu Amasaki. She loses to Amisore. She draws with Bozilla. She beats Ruaka. She beats Sakura. She beats Yuri Ahime. Then she beats Suzuki in semifinals. And in semifinal for Blue Stars, she loses to the actual 5-star winner Momo Watanabe in the semifinal. And then which is in August, late August. Then she beats Itsuki Aoki, Ramkaicho, and Zones in Oz, and also beats randomly Kikyo Furusawa in
Now
Stardom.
it sounds like she's beaten a lot of people this year.
Yeah, she beats a lot of people. She basically
told, because when I was told on the internet was that Stardom was badly booked and she wasn't built up for this title shot, and she wasn't built up for this title shot at all, and nobody cared, even though the crowd very clearly reacted when she came out at the end of the Nightmare.
She is actually one of the most pushed people in Stardom.
That's surprising.
Actually,
who'd she just fucking pin a tag match recently? Wasn't somebody pretty big?
I don't know. I don't have tag matches opened. Yeah, I have just singles matches. Okay, let's see tag matches. So who did she pin?
I might be thinking of the wrong person. Anyway, it's okay. I could have sworn she pinned somebody in that 8-person tag. Yeah. Okay. So, folks, we had to edit out where I accidentally doxed myself just now, and God knows I have enough crazy people looking who I don't want. At least
you'd know when bomb comes into your mail. Why someone trying to bomb you?
Yeah, it's just very weird. I have a weird number of haters, which is, I don't know, like, I'm such a silly person. Like, why do you hate me? Like, I sometimes look at these people that I blocked a million years ago just to see if they're still talking about me. And sometimes they are. And I'm just like, I don't know, it's kind of like weirdly, what's the word?
Flattering?
It's weirdly flattering. Yeah, flattering is the exact word I was looking for. It's like, I don't know why you care about my silly opinions that much. It's like, oh, John, but they're obsessed with Japanese wrestling again. I'm like, okay. It's just like, they like Japanese wrestling more than American. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do as well. Know why.
Why is that such a big deal? But yeah, I mean, like, it sounds like Syuri's built up. Well, the funny thing is like the other reason why Tony Khan is such a bad booker is he has wrestlers in his company who he fucking builds up and does nothing with. And the greatest example this year is Kazuchika Okada, who fucking never loses. But because they have this goofy unified title on that nobody cares about, they never fucking booked him against the top babyface during the babyface Aces title reign. So if they don't give the belt back to Paige, which, they could, I guess. They could give it back to a month or two. But if they don't give the belt back...
MJF, Osprey,
I know, it's probably... Yeah. But if they don't give the belt back to Paige, and they don't do Paige Okada for the world title, that is such a massive own goal. Like, that should have been one of their biggest fucking matches of the year. They protected Okada all this time. It would have been a huge fucking match to their fan base. And I don't even like AEW Okada, and I'm saying this. So, and Okada would have been a billion times better of a choice to take this fucking world title off of Adam Page. But yeah. I don't know. It's very weird.
I just think that anyone who says that Stardom is badly booked is wrong, because there's difference between bad booking and bad storytelling. There's a difference. You can say it's bad storytelling, but not bad booking. The promotion is very well booked. Maybe they tell stories badly because, I don't know, maybe they don't organize well enough and the wrestlers are not ready to start pushing their storylines long time ahead of the time. I don't know. Maybe there's that. Or maybe they do some panic booking because of some ideas they had when they got their plans in line, and then it was not as bad as it was supposed to be. Because if you remember, early May until late May, early June, all the interviews the wrestlers were doing and everything they did and say on the internet was, oh no, we are so bad, we are so screwed, everything is wrong, we have been hurt, but we will fight on. We will fight on and we will prove that we are good enough. While they were still drawing a lot of people and still were doing really well. And it's because they thought that after they lose 4 people, one of them is Mayu Iwatani, and other is Tam Nakano, and then Maika to an injury. Those are 3 top baby faces. That they will be screwed at the box office, and they were not. So I think because they knew that they were losing those 3 people, they prepared the defensive PR, and they were like, oh no, we will fight on, trust in us, give us chance, and they did not need that. But I think the plans probably changed multiple times over this year, because I don't think they expected to be as to Saya Kamitani to catch on as much as she did.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she'll, and again, people are like, oh, she's definitely going to retain on 12/29. Maybe she will. I don't know.
Saori Ano is the second most popular wrestler in the company. So
yeah, she's getting her own homecoming show in February, which is making a big deal out of.
She has the best chance out of the people who has challenged Saya Kamitani yet. So there's that. She is, again, as I said, like, her and Natsupoi sold the second best show in Ota World the whole year. And Saori Ano is one of the most popular wrestlers in Japan. Like, what can I tell you? I know people don't believe that. I don't know why, but it's true. It is true. So if anyone, it can be her. So
yeah. It's we'll see, I guess, but we'll get into the start. I mean, I really like how they're, how she's basically like trying to do two things at once now, and like, they're on this run in the tag league. Like, she's just kind of flat out saying like, I'm going to win this thing too, which I doubt she will in the end, but it just makes her look like kind of a badass. So, which, not that she needs a lot of help doing that, as we'll get to.
Also, it ties to her losing on the last show that we will be talking about as well.
Yeah.
That she's like in the tag league, and Saya Kamitani decides to beat her in the tag league, even though she's not in the match. So
yeah. I mean, I think they're doing a good job already, and they still got more than a month, and the tickets are almost sold out. So yeah, the haters gotta stop hating, I guess. I don't know. It's like, go worry about like some promotions that don't draw people, like, AEW, for instance. But I mean, Full Gear did okay. Did like the same number it did as last year, but like they really papered at the end too, apparently. Like, Taylor had, my friend, like I said, Taylor from Jumping My Audio, he had a free ticket, and they released like, over 1,000 at the end, I think. So
good for them.
But yeah, to wrap up the Full Gear part, and I don't know if this was enough of a thing to even put it as a topic. I mean, it's not like I hated the show, and they have enough very talented wrestlers, and there were, there was fun parts of that show, and I'm glad I went, if only to see Kenny one more time, because he might retire. He's been talking about it more and more lately, and Tommy hurts. His knee hurts. I mean, he doesn't look like he's in great shape, and I really wanted to make sure I saw him live one more time. I think a lot of people had a similar thought, because he was like one of the most over people on the show. And like, yeah, the weird hate, the reunion he did with the Bucks was so weird to me. I'm like, of all the things for people to get mad about, I don't know. It seems like a weird number of AEW fans like hate the Elite or something. So it's just very, very, always been very strange to me how many AEW fans seem to not like the actual Elite. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really get the big deal with them doing one last reunion tour. When, like I said, Kenny's probably at the very much closer to the end of his career than the start. That's for sure. So, but yeah, so that was cool. I'm glad they put that on third from the top. So, I didn't have to leave before it was over like I did for the women's title match. But, yeah, so, it was all right. I don't regret going or anything, but, yeah. Now this prescription delivery driver says he's here again. That's why I suddenly got distracted. I'm not going to read my address out again, so I don't have to.
Please don't.
But yeah, the show is all right. I mean, I didn't. It was good-ish. The best thing I can say. Certainly didn't regret spending $60 on it. But did I have a lot more fun playing Tune Theme earlier in the day than I did? Was that really the highlight for me? Is going to New Jersey to play Tune Theme at the mall instead of going to AEW? Probably. Also got my first ever All Justice combo. No one knows what I'm talking about, but
yeah, I don't have any idea at all.
Tune Theme is like one of these rhythm games, so it's like
I can't play those. Those are too difficult for me.
It's like packed with like Vocaloid songs and like like Toho songs and some like general anime songs and stuff. But I honestly mostly play the Vocaloid songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was this Toho song I was trying to get a full combo on forever that I finally did on Saturday, which was Bad Apple, which is kind of a famous song for if anyone
Yeah, I
listening
know Bad Apple.
has heard. Yeah, has heard like done anything with Toho. And there was a Vocaloid song. I think it was Hibikase, which is a Real song. I don't know if you know Real, but
isn't that's a real singer, right?
yeah, but she also does like Vocaloid, so she does both.
Okay.
Like she collaborates with Vocaloid. So yeah, the Hibikase, the version of the game, like there's a Miku, a Hatsune Miku version and a Real version, and the version of the game is the Miku version. But yeah, I got my first ever all justice combo on that, which means not even any God, what the fuck do they call the one below justice? I think it's called like okay or something. like it lets you keep the combo going, but it's really you really didn't get it. So I don't know. They really probably shouldn't let you keep the combo going. But yeah, that's the they call it attack. Excuse me. So yeah, I didn't get any attacks on the Hibikase songs. It was very, very exciting. Much more exciting than anything that happened on Full Gear. So, but anyway, let's go.
Shaking my head over here. Shaking my head.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well give the haters some new material, I guess. Like, why not? Also, everybody freaking out about the friggin' Continental Classic lineups. When I saw the actual lineups they're freaking out about, I'm like, they didn't even put Bandito in this thing? Like, isn't that like their big wrestler of the year they keep talking up, and he didn't even get in it? Very weird. Like, there's always some weird people in the tournament, the quote unquote tournament that doesn't even that never even has a schedule. Where I'm just like, how did they not put that person in? They never just put all their best wrestlers in. They always have to leave somebody out. So I don't know, but anyway, it's enough AEW bearing. Let's go and talk about another promotion I'm going to bury. Actually, let's do Pro Wrestling Noah very quickly. I know you didn't watch this show, so I want to do it.
I just know about Mr. Smack Daddy. That's all I need to know about Pro Wrestling Noah, because Inamura is American now.
So I'll quickly go over this one. This was the Noah crossover show from Friday, November 21st. So this past Friday. It was from Sendai Sun Plaza Hall. It fucking bombed. I did a crowd of 832 people. I mean, that's a horrible crowd for a show that you built up as a big show with your junior tournament semis and finals and your big Inamura versus Kaito Kiyomiya final. Kaito challenged the title meant nothing to these people, apparently. And the ESPN just put out their top 30 under 30 list, which, you know, they do every year too, which I think is one of the reasons why we do one on VOW, just because it's how bad of a list it is. And they had Kaito Kiyomiya as like the highest ranked wrestler from Japan, male or female. And I'm like, of all years to do that, like there are years I think Kaito's had great years and he's been really, really good. He's not had a good year at all this year. I mean, his in-ring output has not been very good. He had a horrible N1. And the crowd did not give a fuck about seeing him challenge for the GHC title here against Inamura. You know, they didn't draw anybody. I mean, New Japan did more fans for a Road to New Beginning show with a never 6-man title match than Noah did for the show. They did 1,077 for that. All Japan did 2,239 for the Saito brothers face off, June versus Ray. I mean, they're two local boys, so that's probably why. But they did that earlier in the year. New Japan did 1,714 for a G1 show. That was back in August with Tsuji and Rimura. And Sendai Girls, they did some show in September here that I don't have a number for, but it did look pretty packed. But yeah, I mean, definitely more fans there than this. And it's even down from Noah's last time here when they did 1,104 in February 2024 for El Hijo de Wagner Jr. beating Kano the GHC title, which they were not drawing anywhere then. So to do almost 300 fans better, you know, for the Wagner over Kano title change is pretty fucking bad. So yeah, I mean, there's also like a city that Noah's never drawn historically in really very well, but even by their standards, it's like that was a bomb of a number. So
yeah, that's really disappointing and plays into the idea that only Ozawa is a draw in Noah, that they actually have a star that is a draw and not the company, which is Ozawa, good and bad.
You know, they announced him at the end of the show that he's challenging Inamura for the title at the Budokan, but I haven't really seen any ticket movement for the Budokan yet either. So I guess we'll see. how that goes. But yeah, I mean, really, outside of Korakuen Hall, they have not drawn very well.
Mhm.
I mean, the
But
Ryokoku
they
shows,
do draw really well in Korakuen.
They do
They
draw
are
really
the
well,
best company in Korakuen.
but they put more of their big matches than any other company.
Yeah,
really.
they do. They focused. They've lost most of their like arena shows and focused on the Korakuen to rebuilding Korakuen. And I think that's a good idea and for this year, and they have done really well as well.
Yeah. So I mean, the Korakuens have done well, but everything else has not been done very well. So, but yeah, when I say Noah's a bad, Sendai's not a good state for Noah. Even like in the peak years in the mid 2000s, if you look back at those shows, they're claiming like 2,800 or 3,000 or 3,200, which
not
like
possible. No.
Yes, which like that probably means they were doing like 1,500 in reality, given how much they were exaggerating at the time. And like they were never that big in a lot of places outside of Tokyo, but like Sendai apparently, even in the peak period, was never a big city for them. So, which I feel like, I don't know, do people know that like even peak Noah just didn't draw very well outside of Tokyo? I feel like that's not real. I feel like people don't know that. Like even New Japan, like in Nokiism days, like still outdrew Noah, like peak Noah outside of Tokyo, when Noah was obviously outdrawing them in Tokyo. So, but yeah, just they've never really been a big deal outside of Tokyo, besides like a little bit in Osaka, but even then, like not that big a deal. Let's get into this show now. I only watched some major matches from this, so I'll give the other results really quick. The opening 10-man tag had Daga. This is basically all the other people in the junior tag league that didn't make, or the junior tag tournament that didn't make the semifinals. So Daga, Deki Otoshima, Ninja Mac, Alejandro, and Amakusa beat Eita, Shuji Kondo, Yuto Kikuchi, Ju Masuoka, and Black Menso Ray. It was Menso Ray taking the pin from Ninja Mac in 7:42. Ninja Mac looking heavy these days, looking very heavy.
He's around. He will be doing use rolling pins. I'm looking forward to that. Probably adding some more flair to them though, because he's an acrobat and he's just a power wrestler.
The first Junior Grand Prix semifinal was Kai Fujimura defeating Hayata in 8:38. This was like a good little back and forth match. It didn't blow me away or anything, but it was fun for what it was. And Kai, there was a cool little spot where Kai like rolled right through a pin attempt by Hayata after Hayata had hit like a top rope moonsault. That almost got the pin, and that set up I believe it's called the Golasso, which is his wacky flipping electric chair drop thing. It always looks pretty good. But yeah, 3 1/4, pretty good little match here. Didn't go that long. The other semifinal was Hiromu Takahashi defeating Tadasuke. Unfortunately, this match fucking sucked. Hiromu won this in 10-11. It was very slow and boring. 10 minutes felt like 10 hours. Tadasuke hit him in the leg with a chair against the post and was taunting him for a while. There was just nothing happening there. And then we had Yoshitatsu and the newest Team 2000X member, Ju Masuoka, who I guess turned on Amakusa during the VOD show from Osaka on November 16th. I never watched, but yeah, they started beating up Hiromu after the ref got bumped, but Amakusa himself came out to make the save. He took both guys out with a dive to the floor, and then Hiromu quickly used his wacky little roll up to win. That, I don't know, it looked weird and a little awkward because it came like right after Hiromu had just done a cutback off a Tadasuke cradle for 2. Like, why not just win with the cutback instead of having Tadasuke kick out and then have Hiromu just kind of awkwardly grab another roll-up? It was a very, very strange finish. Pretty bad match. 1 3/4. Just nothing match until the run-ins finally woke the crowd up a bit, and the finish sucked on top of it. So, yeah, this was anything with Team 2000X now, as we'll get to in the main event, too. Or not in the main event, the semi-main, the tag title match. It's just like, they're like House of Torture, but without the charm. Like, the house without any comedy to them, which... it sucks in AEW and it sucks in Noah too. It's just very, very boring and very, very nothing. So, 2 more matches I didn't watch. Kenta Okazaki and Tetsuya Endo defeated Manabu Soya, Saxon Huxley, and Kazuki Fujita. Kenta pinned Huxley in 5:34, or he submitted him or something with a neck lock, I think.
Huxley is still there?
He's still there. He's still going.
Oh my god.
I should have watched this because it was Hiroki's return match. Marufuji, Kano, Jack Morris, and Juta Miyawaki beat Hiroki, Mohamed Yone, Atsushi Kotogi, and Hajime Ohara. Marufuji pinned Hiroki in his big return in 10:25 at the Shiradai. I think he was out for over a year, I think. So, interesting that he's finally back, I guess. The third from the top, the GHC tag team title match. Another match that sucked. Masa Kitamiya and Takashi Sugiura defeated Hank and Tank from NXT. Kitamiya pinned Tank in 11:29 with the Olympic Slam. So the 73rd champions fail on their first defense. And Kitamiya and Sugiura win back the belts to become the 74th champions. I don't know why they had to win a fucking number one contender match over Marufuji and Kano to get this title shot when they just lost the belts. That was very strange booking. Just a very slow, very boring match.
So
Team 2... Sorry?
So the NXT guys lost on V0?
They lost on V1, yeah. So they're a V0 team.
V0 team. So it's completely useless title reign.
Completely useless, yeah.
Oh my fucking god, Marufuji. What the fuck are you doing?
But hey, look, maybe he can get an NXT coaching job someday.
Fuck that.
But yeah, Team 2000X, they use their usual bullshit with Yoshitatsu interference and chair shots to win. And yeah, if you take out Ozawa, who is fun and does some of the cheating stuff in a fun way, they're like really just a house without the charm. I mean, they're just another black t-shirt heel group. Yeah, this match fucking sucked. The tag title switch was completely pointless. 1 star. Horrible match. Then we had Kenta coming out. He challenged Sugiura to a singles match at the 12/23 Korakuen. It's apparently the anniversary of his debut. And he said he wants to bring Sugiura's happy face back. So we'll see if that leads to something for January 1st. The tag title is like the only title that don't have a match booked for the first yet on the Budokan. But yeah, I mean, maybe that'll lead to something better than this, because this fucking sucked. The best match on this show by a mile was the semi-main event for the Noah Junior Grand Prix final. The only thing on this show I'd recommend watching. Hiromu Takahashi defeated Kai Fujimura in 14:26 with the Time Bomb 2 to win the Junior Grand Prix. So yes, folks, he's the GHC Junior Champion from the New Japan Junior Division. He also won their tournament too. Just kind of some booking there. I mean, they really put over NXT and New Japan Pro Wrestling in this company.
Love to see that.
Finally, just like a nice, solid wrestling match here. I mean, I will say, in their defense, maybe Hiromu's jumping or something. I'm not going to rule that out, entirely.
That is possible. Cyberfight has a lot of money.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Hiromu did win the tournament here. But yeah, just a nice, solid wrestling match here. The last couple piles of bullshit. And there was, some nice striking, especially. There was this, like, enormous lariat from Hiromu just for the 10-minute call. That was, like, the early highlight. There's a big pop from Kai kicking out the time bomb. Big for this small crowd, anyway. And some very cool flash cradles. There was, like, this cool leg trap cradle. I guess Kai calls it the hat trick. That got, like, a 2.999 count. That was a very good near fall. Hiromu does this. I don't know if I've just forgot he does this move. I don't remember seeing this before. He did this cool, like, double hook pile driver of sorts, and that got a near fall. I don't know if he has a name for that or not. Kai kicked out of that, and Hiromu finally hits another lariat, and then the time bomb 2 for the pin. The finish was maybe a tad anticlimactic after all they went through, but it didn't really take away from the match that much for me. 4 stars for this. Awesome match. Very, very good. And, just definitely the best match on this show. That's for fucking sure. Afterward, Hiromu called out his longtime friend Amakusa to be his next challenger on January 1st, the Budokan. I'm hyped for that, to be in person to see Hiromu and Amakusa. And Hiromu did heal on him a bit. So Amakusa came out and accepted it. Hiromu gave him a standing lariat out of nowhere, and he just kind of berated him for speech taking too long. And he did give a nice little heel promo to that. The crowd did boo him. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the entire presentation, the match, and the post-match. So yeah, the Junior Division Noah is like the fucking highlight at this point. And like, Tadasuke tries to like shit it up a little bit with his antics. But like, other than that, I mean, like, you have Daga and Daiki Otoshima as the junior tag champs. You have Shuji Kondo running around again doing his Power Junior stuff. You have, Eita and Alejandro and Kai Fujimura and Amakusa. I mean, Black Men's always a good jobber. I mean, there's some good stuff in this junior division. It's pretty deep, especially compared to their heavyweights. So, the main event, the GHC heavyweight title, Yoshiki Inamura defeats Kaito Kiyomiya in 16:36 with the discharge. That makes his first defense. I mean, the match did start hot. I liked Inamura, dominating Kaito with his power. That was a good start. But it slowed down for a little bit after that, probably just because the big man just needed a breather at that point. There was like this one unfortunate moment where Inamura just looked and sounded like he was trying to take a shit or something while Kaito was on his back for his sleeper. He was like going, ugh!
Oh my god.
I was like, sir. It was funny, but unintentionally funny. And then the match really fell off for me. It fell into that pattern of like somebody does a move, they do nothing and stand around, then somebody does a move and they do nothing and stand around. Like it just very, very, very slow, very much slowed down. Then Ozawa walked out. That distracted Kaito like an absolute moron. Kaito was like on the top rope. He just looks at him forever like, hey, I see a man I recognize. So I've suddenly forgotten I'm in an active combat sport. And by the time he finally jumps off the top rope, Inamura like lariats him coming down. That part looked really cool. Like the actual midair lariat looked cool, but like the WWE distraction bullshit is always horrible. Thankfully, it wasn't the finish. Kaito started doing a stupid Joker routine, which I can't stand because it never goes anywhere. He just popped up and did his wacky smile while no-selling all of Inamura's strikes. For this, he got one guy to lightly go, Kaito, which is kind of fucking sad that was the only reaction he could get. The crowd did get into the forearm strike to follow that, though. I'll give him that. But yeah, Inamura, though, just kind of put him away after that without any real trouble, which is a very bizarre finish. I don't get what the fuck Kaito's deal is at this point. But yeah, Inamura like won with his stupid rocking back and forth splash that I don't even like. Yeah, I thought this was very disappointing. What, like 3 stars on it. It was fine at best, but it just wasn't anything to it really. Just a lot of things I didn't like about it. There was some good stuff in there, but like it just wasn't that great. So it wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't very good. Yeah, then Ozawa interrupts Inamura, announcing who the next challenger will be, because Inamura was going to do his Mr. thing, and then Ozawa just cuts him off and goes, Ozawa! That was funny. These two are probably going to be entertaining together. But yeah, he says he'll be ready for January 1st. He promises a fair and square title match at the Budokan. Inamura's like, I want to trust you. I want to be like, what, because you're an idiot? Because like, why would anyone trust this man? And Ozawa hugs him. And then hilariously, he goes around behind him and gives him another hug from behind. That was actually very funny too. And then he sprints to the back to show his foot is fine again. But yeah, funny ending of the show. I get that the funny isn't really what a lot of people want out of the wrestling, and I'm not subtweeting Joe Lanza. Joe Lanza had a big rant about this on a recent like flagship, and I get that this stuff annoys other people more than it annoys me. It was whatever. I find Ozawa fun. I find Inamura kind of charming. I don't mind any of that. But we'll see what it does for January 1st, the Budokan. We'll see if it draws. Like I said, the ticket sales are not off to a good start or anything. It can be a little hard with the bigger buildings to really see movement in the categories, but there's like no categories sold out so far besides like front row. And there's really nothing else even on few remaining. I think like Arena S, like the second best arenas on few remaining on like 1 or 2 of the 3 sites, but not even all 3 of them. And everything else is showing normal availability. So yeah, I mean, it's not off to any kind of like hot start or anything. I think it could be a lot of people buying first floor, which is like a big giant section, and maybe it's not even getting to few remaining on your site yet. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't. There's no signs of being hot, at least. No signs of being a hot ticket so far. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah. They need Nakamura versus Tanahashi.
Yeah, so that's the rumor flying around is that they're going to try to get some kind of Nakamura to Tanahashi. I heard maybe a tag now. I obviously, as a ticket holder, I would be very, very, very happy if they do that. But we'll see. I think that would definitely cause tickets to start flying, given how many.
That would sell the tickets, yes.
Yeah, there were a lot of people, I saw on social media who were disappointed that the match wasn't Nakamura. Which, again, it's not like the Okada match isn't big. It's not like the tickets aren't selling. But there were plenty of people on social media, like Japanese fans, that wanted to see Nakamura and Tanahashi. So if Noah can deliver that one, even in like some kind of tag or whatever, I do think that would, that would probably sell a lot of tickets. So we'll see if the rumors end up being true. I mean, there's a little more than a month to go. So there's time. Maybe they're still negotiating it or whatever. But yeah, we'll see if that actually happens. I mean, if Tony Khan has a problem with that, at that point he can go shit a brick, as far as I'm concerned. Like, go fucking fly a kite. Because who gives a shit who Tanahashi faces on a Noah show? Maybe
he should fly to Japan and negotiate in person with Tanahashi.
But the radiation. Oh.
Who's John? That's just a fake rumor.
Oh, yeah. He just hasn't gone there for some other mysterious reason.
No, the only show that AEW was on the marquee that he never went to is the one in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah. But look, the radiation's very scary. Okay.
It is scary.
I've been there and been radiated 5 times. And on top of that, I got the COVID booster too. Do you know how much radiation that's
So much radiation.
Body?
Almost as much as you get when you do one X-ray at the dentist.
People are so stupid. All right. What's coming up for Noah? December 7th. Kaito Kiyomiya 10th anniversary produced.
Hell yeah!
Mad Decade. He's facing Kanoa in a 60-minute Iron Man match at the main event. I am not watching that.
Can be good or very, very, very bad.
I think Iron Man matches are fucking stupid. I hate the idea of a match where you know it's going 60 before it even starts. If somebody tells me that I trust that this match was fucking fantastic and I have to watch it, maybe I'll fucking force myself to watch it, but I don't really want to. And Kaito's wrestling like 3 other matches on this fucking show. Or 2 other matches of the show. So I don't know how the fuck, like that poor man, he's going to be really exhausted at the end of the Korakuen. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Joker Kaito needs something at this point. Like maybe he turns heel on Inamura and like joins Team 2000X on the Budokan or something, because that boy needs something. I mean, it's not working right now. But,
so Kaito is joining the House of Torture. Incredible.
The first row tickets for the show cost 30,000 yen. Wow. Pretty expensive.
It's for the housewives.
Yeah, the housewives. The ones who are going to jump in the ring and yell at him again.
Possibly. They should add more security guys.
Yeah. I wonder if the tickets are going well or not. Let's see. Lawson ticket, December 7th. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the super expensive are sold out, and the SSC and the SC are sold out. A and B are still available. So so it's not like, there's still some time left. There's still like 12 days. So we'll say we'll probably get to their normal Korakuen and sell out. But yeah, after that, we have the December 23rd Korakuen. That show has the Takashi Sugiura versus Kenta match I talked about earlier. And then we have the January 1st Budokan, which we already have a ton of matches for, including the Ozawa versus Inamura main event for the GHC heavyweight title. A very, very, very funny match graphic if people haven't seen it. Ozawa's fucking faces he makes now. Like, he's just like, I'm so nice. I'm a nice boy.
Both of their faces is like very good faces next to each other. It's very good. It's very good looking.
I enjoy it. I don't take this shit, especially I don't take Noah very seriously. Yeah, Inamura versus Ozawa, GHC heavyweight title. Hiromu Takahashi versus Zamakusa, junior title. Again, very much looking forward to that. Dragon Bane versus Alpha Wolf for the national title. Hell fucking yeah. So that's 3 pretty fucking great matches of that show already, I think. I mean, we'll see with Inamura Ozawa. I mean, Inamura has delivered for me against Kenta. I mean, I like that match a lot. And I like Ozawa. So, I mean, like, I'm not like ready to be like, oh, that's definitely not going to be good. So we'll see how that goes. Dragon, the two brothers for the national title, that sounds great. Homer versus Zamakusa, the junior title, I think that'll probably deliver. And then you add like maybe a Tanahashi Nakamura match, that could be a pretty good show. So it's not all negative for Noah. I'm nowhere close. I said this like the other day when we were talking about like different promotions we watch, and I'm nowhere close to giving up on Noah. I'm not like hating Noah or like to the degree where I'm like, I don't want to watch it. But like, I still like the junior division. I still like some of the other stuff going on. But yeah, the Kaito stuff is so weird. He feels so lost to me. And the Team 2000X stuff gets really annoying. But, it's a very mixed bag of promotion right now. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm close to giving it up completely or anything. So anyway, let's go over to a show you actually did watch, which was the Purge Night of Torture.
I hated
it. Wednesday, November 19th, a sellout crowd of 1,481. And this crowd sold out way in advance. Way, way, way in advance for the Purge Night of Torture. And yeah, I love this show. I mean, I can't even pretend I didn't. This was such a fucking fun show for me. I know you didn't like it, but
no, I fully get what the show was supposed to be, and I understand the purpose. They serve their fans really, really well. I can only applaud that. Not for me. Although I had fun from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, it's You know,
like the opener, the ending of the opener with Dick Togo being carted out by the young torture out while still in the Paradise Lock was fucking incredible. I loved that. That was
so
awesome.
the opener. This was actually a pre-show match.
Yeah, pre-show match.
I thought the pre-show match originally was going to be Yujiro versus Saya. I thought they announced that the pre-show match, but that ended up being the main event. Although not really, as we'll get to. But yeah, the pre-show match was Hip Togo, who of course is Ryusuke Taguchi, defeating Dick Togo. So Hip Togo had Milano Collection AT with him, or he actually showed up late, I think. And Dick Togo had SANADA Collection SS with him. When people saw that name, they were worried he was going to do like a Nazi gimmick or something, but he really wasn't doing any kind of that. He was just wearing, he's wearing a suit. It was just a Milano Collection kind of knockoff, I guess. I don't know, just SS because his name's SANADA, I guess. And nobody in New Japan made the connection, I guess, to the Nazis. So thankfully Taiji Ishimori wasn't around to do anything.
Yeah, like Taiji Ishimori was not on this show. So
but yeah, Taguchi made Togo crack the fuck up in his pre-match promo by offering him a drag from his invisible cigarette. That was very funny. Milano finally did show up. He got a whole entrance, unfortunately with his amazing theme song fucking overdubbed. But he had the glasses with the gear on him. He had
the invisible dog.
Yeah, Mikaru. He's wearing his old robe and some kind of bizarre full body suit underneath it.
That was the SANADA. That was the SANADA rip-on because SANADA had his robe and the dog, and Milano had his muscle body suit.
Yeah, it looks like a cross between like a Titan from Attack on Titan and Johnny Gonzalez.
Yes. It was that pre-show stuff was awesome. I loved that.
Taguchi was wearing very flesh-colored tights for some reason.
Yes, he looked naked.
But yeah, they did some slow mat wrestling early. Then Taguchi ended up on the floor, where SANADA stuck the handle of the ring bell hammer up his ass.
Of course he did. That's what house does.
Taguchi did his play calling. So they had the young lions at ringside. They were calling them Young Torture.
Young Torture.
They had the House of Torture shirts on, but then they fucking pulled the house shirts off.
They were Young Lions now.
Revealed black lion mark shirts instead. Because like the whole ringside was black and everything. It looked really cool. Like the ring was black. The ringside. They did a really good job.
Good, yes.
Yeah. It was very, very elaborate. But yeah, so like they revealed the lion mark shirts underneath. There's a lot of t-shirts taken off because Hook did that in the AEW one, except Hook was supposed to be a serious spot. Where like he fucking costs Adam Page the world title and then fucking takes his jacket off and is like, oh, that's right. I have an Ops black shirt under here and I'm with the Ops. I'm with the Ops all along, baby. But
and it's like just a few days before that, the two young lions who are just few years younger than Hook did it as a comedy spot.
They did it as a comedy spot, which is a lot fucking better than fucking taking the t-shirt off to a really other t-shirt. But yeah, They basically Milano put like Togo in the Paradise Lock on the floor, the crowd chanted for him, and SANADA did the same to Taguchi though. But yeah, SANADA though eventually ripped his suit off to reveal the matching muscle body suit that he was wearing, and then he stole Makaru's leash and snapped it in half. What a fucking monster!
That was evil. That was evil.
That brought an infuriated Milano to the ring. He started doing actual spots with SANADA. That was fucking great. He was looking great too. I mean, doing these fucking spots. He looked like he never fucking retired.
Have you seen him spar in STARDOM?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, so he is really good with that. So the short amount, I think it's because it's the short amount of time, so it's fine.
And he chose the training with the STARDOM people too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so SANADA, he collided with Taguchi on the floor. He got drop kicked off the apron, which freed him from the Paradise Lock. And Togo was still trapped. So Taguchi rolled in to beat the count, and he won by a count out. So I didn't rate this because it was like barely a match, but it was very funny. Very, very funny.
And the post-match was incredible.
So Taguchi instructs the two young lions to get a little trolley car from under the ring, and they slowly brought the very much still Paradise Lock Dick Togo to the back on the trolley cart. So,
and he was scared for his life because his head was like almost touching the ground and was in front of the trolley, basically. So I would have just stopped selling the Paradise Log and decide, no, I won't trust these two young dummies with my face. That was like that. This, honestly, this was the best part of the show. Started really good. I was like, oh, let's go. This is good. And then the rest of the show happened.
Okay, well, I like the rest of the show more than you did, I think. But the main show opened up. How can you not like this? We got a live guitar performance of the House of Torture theme.
Don't count that. That's still music. Look, I watch Actors Girls, and they dance before every show. So even the bad show has a good dance.
It was a great guitar performance. Then we had the opener. The crowd was, because they hadn't released a card order before this, and the crowd was shocked when this started as the opener. Evil defeated Shun Skywalker in 10:51 with the Evil. Evil was wearing like some kind of elaborate mask as well as a crown. That was really cool. And then Shun grabbed a mic. He immediately told the crowd to shut up. And he said, there are 3 righteous kings in pro wrestling. The 2 of us and Ozawa from Noah. That was a funny line. And he said he wants to team up with Evil, saying they could bring all the pro wrestling under their control. He offers him a handshake. Evil feigns taking it, and instead he goes for the Evil. And the brawl is quickly on from there. It spills to the floor. Shun got booed mercilessly by this crowd. This crowd was a very pro-Evil crowd. And it was fun watching Evil get cheered for the baseball chair swing. He gets in the ring and he tries to do his own super fast 20 count with the mic. And the crowd just immediately starts counting along with him super fast, which was funny. Like all this heel stuff. And the crowd is agreeing with him. Evil, Shun gets control, and we get a Evil call, and then a "Let's go Evil" chant, and the Japanese announcers were like, "Let's go Evil." They were like outraged. Yeah, I just realized too, they were like none of the at this point in the match. I realized they were like none of the usual New Japan sponsors on the ring mat or any of the turnbuckle pads. So the house, they are anti-commercial / anti-capitalist kings because they refuse to sell out to these companies. So
are you saying that Evil is saving at least part of the family of Shirai's?
Evil is great. I mean, Dick Togo is a communist, I think. So
yeah, he is.
That's the rest of the group. A bit later, the lights go out. When they come back up, Evil's standing behind Shun and unmasks him, and then he low blows him and hits the Evil for the pin, which was a very fitting way for him to win. I love the finish, honestly. But yeah, quite fun for what it was. Not a work rate classic or anything, but I like 2 big personalities facing off. I enjoyed it. I went 3.5 stars on it. I thought it was good.
I did not like it. I have decided that but I do not like Evil. So he could, unless it would get really funny, this match was not for me because it's Evil and Shun Skywalker. It's like, oh, these 2 guys do nothing for me. And they did not convince me to enjoy this match at all. So, nope.
What are you going to do?
Very disappointing after the awesome start with Dick Togo and Dick Togo. So,
match number 2 was Don Fale Chase.
The disappointment continued.
Don Fale, Chase Owens, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru beating Taichi, Masato Tanaka, and Ikuto Hidaka, whose name is in Japanese on the English website for some reason. Chase pinned Hidaka in 908 with the Last Testament. Why does Chase still get to fire off his little gun? He's not in Bullet Club anymore. I don't care if he's a fucking cowboy, fake cowboy or whatever. You lost the rights to fire off a little gun when you lost the rights to Bullet Club. Taichi, he showed up here to replace the previously announced but injured in AEW Tomohiro Ishii. Another thing to hate AEW for. That got the crowd was really happy to see Taichi though, which it doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of crossover between like the type of hardcore New Japan fan who loves the House of Torture enough to like go for a house specific show in the pre-sale, because I think the show was like almost sold out just from the fucking fan club pre-sale. So it's not a lot. Doesn't surprise a lot of crossover between those type of fans and like Taichi fans.
Yeah, probably appreciation for the Black Saints the same. Especially basically it's the same. It's very similar guy replacing Ishii, basically.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Fale, I kind of like Fale now. I mean, he's like so fucking lazy, first of all, that it's really funny. Like,
yeah, it's funny in the house, but there's still Chase Owens, though, and he is...
Yeah, Chase Owens is the worst member. The gap between Chase and Fale is gigantic, because Fale is funny, first of all. he's big, so he can do stuff like he just tags in, he fucking steps on Taichi's back, and he tags back out. So it's funny they did that, but it actually looks like, okay, he's doing something. Chase just is bad. Chase is a bad wrestler. He's not big or anything. So he doesn't
offers
do anything.
nothing. He
offers
be
nothing.
in New Japan anymore. Please take him away.
Don Fale offers comedy. I mean, he has great comedic timing sometimes. Really underrated comedic timing in these promos and shit. He offers comedy, and he offers largeness, and he offers laziness. So these are three things that Chase Owens. I mean, I guess Chase Owens is kind of lazy too, but Fale is like funny lazy. So
no, Chase Owens is bad lazy.
Yeah, bad.
Don Fale is fun lazy.
But yeah, Hidaka got the whiskey spit in his eyes, and then takes the package pile driver, the Last Testament from Mr. Cowboy, and that got the pin. I thought for a match with Fale and especially Chase in it, this could have been a lot worse. I went like 2 3/4. I thought it was all right.
I hated it again. It's
Okay.
no. There's like basically nothing in this match was like, for me. It's like, okay, Taichi. Oh no, Fale. Chase Owens.
I mean, it was cool seeing Masato Tanaka. It was cool seeing Tanaka and Akito Hidaka.
Yeah,
I feel like I haven't seen Akito Hidaka anywhere in a million years. I don't watch much 0-1. So
I see him. I think, don't I see him every time Sealing has a show?
Oh, does he? He wrestles for Sealing?
No, he trains there.
Oh,
right, produces the high speed matches or something like that.
I see.
I think so.
Match number 3: Ren Narita and Dick Togo defeating the Great Sasuke and Hanzo. It was Narita beating Hanzo in 11-14 with a knee bar. I totally forgot Togo was pulling double duty tonight. When they first came out, I just thought he was coming out to be Narita's second. So Sasuke, he says this, he grabs a mic and he says, "This isn't the Dick Togo I know." And he says, "Come back to Tohoku with me." I'm pretty sure his entire run in Michinoku Pro, he was a fucking heel. So I don't know what the fuck Great Sasuke is talking about. Like, when the fuck was Dick Togo, of all people, not a heel? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he wants someone to sell tickets.
Narita and Togo did the Kaintai DX repeated elbow drops and pose together on Sasuke. That was kind of cool. Unfortunately, they also did that terrible spot I can't stand. That's like an AEW trademark, where someone brings a chair into the ring, so the ref carries it away and like turns his back instead of getting rid of it. By just tossing it to the floor like any logical person would do. But he somehow still doesn't make it look as stupid as Bryce Remsburg does. I don't know. Maybe because the camera... Maybe it's also a New Japan production thing. Maybe the camera didn't fucking zoom in on Bryce, like giving careful instructions to a ringside attendant while all this cheating happens behind him. But yeah, let Togo throw another chair into Sasuke's face, and then Togo low-blowed Hanzo and put him in a leg lock with submission. Thought this was all right. It was, it's fine. Gentleman's 3. Enjoyed certain things about it, but
yeah, this was like basically a normal mid-card match, which is fine. If the whole team, if it was better like produced, the thing about this match is that I don't think Hanzo and Great Sasuke, especially after Hidaka and Tanaka and Fale, honestly, it's like what I want to watch. So. And I was like already very annoyed about the first match with Evil and Shun Skywalker, then the Chase Owens match with Hidaka and Tanaka, who I'm a relative fan of Tanaka when I watch him from time to time. But it's not like I would see him out on this card, for example. And so I'm very grumpy at this point of the show. Very grumpy.
See, I was having the time of my life, so
yeah. I understand. As I said, they serve their fans well. I am not their fan.
The next match, I mean, the matches weren't anything that special. Yeah. I was enjoying it. Next match, this was a good match.
This was a good match.
Sanada, Doki, and Sho defeating Yuki Ueno, Akito, and Takeshi Kaisei Takechi from DDT, which. You spelled his name wrong there on the English site there, Chris Charlton. But yeah, what the fuck does Yuki... When was Yuki Ueno in New Japan that he had a picture on the site? I don't remember that.
on
Anyway.
some of the border things.
They already want Takechi in this company. You can tell. I mean, he's gonna be on Wrestle Kingdom. They announced after he's gonna be in the Never Six Man.
And it's one of the long-term Shinjiro Takagi plans.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, they want this. They saw this this fucking very attractive fucking twink looking guy, and they're like, that's the ticket. We could have a whole new fucking boom period if we get this guy. Because like DDT is drawing these crowds are like 75% women now, and that's like apparently what Shinjiro Takagi himself said. So, like they're doing pretty well drawing these crowds who want to come see this very hot idol man.
Yeah, I was at the Face show in May, early May, after Golden Week. So basically, Golden Week already ended, and like it was the King of DDT show. So it had Kanon winning his match, and it was not a show for me. It was like show like booked basically against me, and I'm like, oh, this is like my whole section is only women.
Yeah,
I'm the only guy
I believe
here.
it.
Like I mean, I was like around me were like 10 women in the dozen chairs that I can like consider my section, and I'm like, okay, this is great for the ET. Love that for you, people. Not for me.
They have the Pujoshi market unlocked.
Yep,
that is for
they
sure.
do have.
They have taken that over from Dragon Gate.
They have dancing, small, cute boys at the start of the show.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see if this goes to anywhere else, because I mean, you know, this man is popular, that's for sure. Doki submitted Akito in 1608. It was actually referee stoppage with the darkness stretch. So SANADA came out. He's wearing a very bright and shiny and also transparent ring jacket over white tights and boots. It was quite the look in contrast to the black that was everywhere here. And he also had like the white shades and the blonde hair. This guy's so weird. Show comes out with them, and he's like, what's with this Rampage stuff? And then he's like, you're just a country hick? I'm like, what? A country hick? And then he says, he's like, you know, everyone with your team can't wrestle, can't dance, can't sing. And he's like, we're much better singers and dancers than you Nagoya hick. Nagoya hick is funny. Nagoya is not it's a city. It's not a country, but
it's a hick city.
I guess it's kind of a hick city. I like Nagoya though. I don't know. I'm going there for one night on my next trip.
No, for a show, it's a hick city. Show, it's only.
But he went on though and said, the rest of you, I don't know where you're from. Probably Osaka or something. Hick towns. Oh my god! And like the funniest part of the gimmick for people don't understand what show is he is from the definition of a hick town.
Yes,
like that
is a like perfect hick.
He is from like fucking Uwajima City in EMA, which is like EMA, which is like a fucking city in the middle of nowhere on fucking isn't that on what's it called? It's on Shikoku, I think, right?
It's like nobody's from there.
Yeah, it's on Shikoku. So like it's the island nobody ever goes to. So nobody is from the definition of a hick town. So, but yeah, Akito gets the mic though, and he gave a very funny like return promo where he was like, he just thanked them for introducing all of us to New Japan for the first time. He said he appreciated it, and then he turns the show and he's like, "You're quite the pro, and you have a fantastic body underneath that shirt. You don't get there without effort. You don't smoke. That's all a bit, because of course I do the pantomiming cigars. I bet you diet as well. You've got like 2% body fat. You're serious." And then he starts leading the crowd in a Hajime chant, Majime, which is serious. He's like, Majime. And Show's getting mad at being told he's a serious pro wrestler.
It was very good because like especially considering how Akito's voice sound. He sounds so earnest. He's such a good boy. It's like, it's perfect, especially considering how like as rough as a show has been attempting to sound, like this prototypical villain voice, like not exactly a villain, like a goon to a villain, like some dude in a villain's posse, and Akito is like, oh, it's don't worry about it. Everything is fine. You are actually a good boy. You are actually a serious wrestler. Don't lie to us. And he's like this gentleman. It was such a great contrast. And like it's even like the three guys versus the three guys, they were chosen perfectly because it was three good boys who look great, three models and three evil models, because Doki is also Sanada is like the pretend but still hot. Sho is hot and Doki is also hot. So it's like, okay, so I get this match. I understand this match. This works very well. This is
I was going to say that it was Pujoshi match. The good Pujoshi bait versus evil Pujoshi.
Yes,
bait.
exactly.
Also,
it was very good.
They Akito like grabbed Sho's shirt off to show his great physique, which was funny. And then Sho like grabbed the shirt and angrily put it back on
as a perfect heel move.
Yeah. The house team at one point like tortured the balls of their three opponents on the guardrail
multiple times. This was the nut. This was the nut torture match.
Which again, very they're playing to their crowd. The match, was a lot of fun. Really all action. The ref got bumped. The house team used their various weapons, including Sanada breaking his guitar with a Triple Crown DDT champion Ueno's head. And Akito eventually, did lose to the darkness stretch. Now, I guess the original Italian stretch. 3.5. I thought it edged out Evil Shun as the new match of the night to this point.
I really like this match. This was like, okay, let's go. This is good. This was good.
They held Takechi afterwards, so Sanada could hit him in the balls off the turnbuckle. The Dick to Dick spot, except it was Sanada to Dick. And it was really funny to hear that get a babyface reaction. The crowd was like, yeah, hit him in the dick. This show is so fun. All right, next match. I like this a lot more than you did, I think. This was originally supposed to be our pre-show match, but it ended up our main event. Although they didn't include the actual main event. I wonder if they include it in the Japanese site. Let me just check. But yeah, the before the impromptu main event, this was the original main event, which was Saya Kamitani and Yujiro Takahashi going to a no contest in 9:56. Yujiro had Chase with him. That's his World Tag League partner. So they're syncing up with what has otherwise been a very good World Tag League from what I've heard. I've only seen the first night so far, and the main event the first night was awesome. We're not going to cover that, but it was the Gabe and Tsuji versus God, who the fuck were they facing? Gabe and Tsuji versus Shingo and Drilla. It was the all like War Dogs and unaffiliated versus War Dogs and unaffiliated match. I mean, that match was 4.25 stars. It was better than everything on Full Gear. Do not at me. Do not want to hear it. Match was fucking awesome. So definitely watch that one if you missed that one. And I've heard there's a match today that my friend was just raving about, which was Yuya and Umino against Zack and Oiwa. So I'm definitely going to have to check that out. But yeah, so there's some really good stuff on that tour apparently so far. But back to the actual show we're talking about. So Saya versus Yujiro. Like I said, it goes to a no contest 9:56. Saya had all of Hate with her. Rina and Konami, not all of them, but a bunch of them. And then Rina and Konami both instantly hit the ring with her and attacked Yujiro and the poor ref. Poor Marty Asami was shorter than Rina. but yeah, it was very, very funny. Saya proceeded to beat Yujiro's ass all over ringside. She hit him in the gut with her strong women's title belt. That was also kind of funny. They finally got back at the ring where the ref rings the bell. So that's why this was quite a bit longer than the actual, than the match itself. The time here. It took a while for them to ring the bell. But, Yujiro was back up and then no selling Saya strikes. He grabbed her by the hair and slapped her, finally, when he didn't want to hit her at first. And that got a Yujiro chant from the crowd, which was kind of funny. They went back to the floor and whipped her into the barricade. But Saya, fought back at the ring. She slapped him. She slapped the shit out of him, which people were making fun of on the Chris Charlton and I forget who he was with on the English commentary the next night, but they were making fun of Yujiro for getting the shit slapped out of him by Saya Kamitani the night before, because she really fucking slapped the shit out of him. She hit a nice basement dropkick on him, hit a big springboard plancha to the floor. Yujiro pulled Marty right into a big boot from Saya, though. Then he grabbed his pimp cane and hit her with it. But then that brought all the Hate members that were there into the ring. They were all armed with their own weapons. He agreed to put down his little pimp cane if they all disarmed, but then they just quadruple teamed him anyway. And it looks like they were all stiffing him pretty good, too. Chase, he interfered back. He knocked Saya off the top rope, so Yujiro could hit inverted DDT, but she kicks out at 2. Saya low blowed him, though. That got her booed. And she hit a standing Rana, which I kind of thought might have been the finish, but I only got a 2 count. She tried to lift him up with a Star Crusher, but couldn't get him up. And he reversed into a Fisherman Suplex, but Uraka pulled the ref out. Then Hate hit him with every weapon they have. Konami, not Konami, sorry. Natsukatora sprayed him in the face.
That's Konami. Konami sprays the.
Sorry.
Konami is the blackface wrestler.
Wrong miss. Konami sprayed him with the black spray. That's why.
Yes.
I wrote Konami sprays, and I was thinking like, wait a second, it's Tori who does the mist, but no, Konami sprayed them.
No. Konami does the black faces.
The black paint. Konami gives people blackface. Yes. The house finally ran out from the back. I was wondering what the fuck took them so long. That they cut off all the. I guess they're an LIJ adjacent unit, so they couldn't help.
Yeah. It takes some time for LIJ adjacent units to come out to save their friend.
But yeah, the house finally ran out from the back to cut off all the Hate members and took them away at the back. And apparently, this match is finally declared a no contest. As Saya just kept pounding on Yujiro back in the ring. The crowd started chanting Mo Ikai. They wanted this to keep going. So they were into this. I know you're going to say you didn't like it. I thought this match fucking rocked. I went 4 fucking stars on it. Yes, I thought it was better than every match except for one at Full Gear. Do not at me. I love this fucking match. I thought it was fucking funny. I thought it was like the best Yujiro match probably since that one with Naito in the G1 like a million years ago. And yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun. So go ahead, sling your barbs at me.
Okay. I'm going to sling the barbs. So first, I will start with the good of this match. So Yujiro did a perfect catch of a plancha. That was one of the best catches that I have ever seen.
There was somebody who could not catch a fucking plancha for shit.
Yeah.
Was on Full Gear.
Yeah. So Yujiro did.
Someone did like a mid-level catch on that Full Gear show, but I can't remember what the fuck it was now.
Yujiro suffered for his perfect catch because he got like his lever break driven into the barricade really, really hard. I was like, oh man, you did such a great catch and you got fucked up. Then he did an awesome Frankensteiner receiving. He based great for the Frankensteiner she did. It was like one of the best I did not think he had that in him. He did that awesomely. Also, the comedy spot with him having the pimp cane and the rest of and begging the 4 women or 5 women or however many were there to put their weapons down so he can put his weapon down. That was really funny as well.
Yeah, there's a great screenshot of that on the website, by the way, of the 4. It was like Konami, Rita, Tora, and Raka all standing there. Raka especially looks like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And Yujiro is like begging them off, like, please don't beat me up, girl gang.
Yes, that's very good. Like, those are 3 things that stood out that were great. Like, literally fucking great.
Rita too looks like she's having the time of her life beating up men. She got this look on her face like she always. Then again, to be fair, she always looks like she's having the time of her life being a heel. So I shouldn't.
She probably
say
does. Yes.
She loves that. No one loves being evil more than that young lady.
Yes. So and now the bad. So Kamitani is the world champion of your sister promotion, the world champion of the biggest women's promotion in decades, and one slap from a jobbiest jobber to ever job in New Japan makes her do a HBK style bump where she jumps back 2 meters, does a back bump, and then rolls down the floor.
That wasn't great. That wasn't great.
It's not the first thing.
See, I thought there were plenty of moments in the match where they did make her look like she was weaker than him, but that was probably not one of them.
Yeah, and Yujiro did not sell any of her strikes.
Until she really slapped the shit out of him, which I think she did that because he wouldn't sell for her.
Literally made him semi-concussed to sell for her. That is your world fucking champion, and Yujiro is a jobbiest jobber to ever job.
Okay, I want to push back a little bit. Do you really think this hurts her?
No, but it's like
I don't think anybody cares.
No,
I don't think anybody.
It's one of those things that really irks me about Japanese intergender wrestling.
Yeah, they never let
Because
the women. They never let the men sell for the women.
no. Men do not sell any of the strikes, and women always sell any of the strikes like death, like literal death. And it's like men will sell like complicated flying moves, but they will not sell a strike ever. And women will always.
I thought like there was Desperado and Shingo were selling like a surprising amount in that
Despe will sell.
tag.
There is really small.
The Starlight Kid anniversary shows. They were both selling pretty good
I have not seen I have seen that. Okay, so I will tell you who will
Despe
sell.
didn't shock me. Shingo kind of surprised me that he was willing to sell for the women.
Who will sell for women are the DDT wrestlers because of the Saki Akai and because of the Chris Brook crew. So Chris Brooks' crew will sell for women really well because it's Chris Brooks and the people who like he influences and who he books on his show, who are his friends and who are in his like orbit. So Desperado or Zack Sabre Jr. will also sell for a woman, like without any issues. Like majority of the like foreigners would sell for a woman, but the Japanese men have big issues with that. Like, and it's like, again, as I said, Yujiro did a perfectly beautiful Frankensteiner cell. Like he got her like awesomely, but when she hits him with an elbow, he will no sell as if he is a giant and she's a rookie. So that's like
just kind of. I mean, you can tell he's bigger than her, obviously, but they're not.
Yes,
like she's not tiny. She's like pretty much almost the same height as him.
It doesn't really matter. It's the it's the thing that always happens. So
that it didn't bother me when I was watching it. So maybe it's also because I was expecting it. And I think the other thing is like it led to her actually slapping the fuck out of him, which almost felt like, you know what, it felt like she got like her "you go sister" kind of moment. So that kind of didn't bother me really.
But like it ties to the like to this idea that end the finish is no contest. So
she should have just beat him by cheating or something.
Yes. So he could have just simply lost. And by the way, and the result of that match would have been better tied to the actual real main event.
Yeah, so after that happens, Evil comes out and says, well, if you can't even beat a woman, since we went to a no contest, I'm going to purge you now. And we get a special Evil versus Yujiro unannounced main event. It only went 5 minutes and 1 second. It ended with a double knockdown. Because
this is a perfect result, by the way.
Here's what happens in this match. All right, so here's what happens in this match. Ref gets bumped almost immediately. They start picking sides. They start picking sides. Yujiro low blows Evil. Togo low blows Yujiro. Chase low blows Togo. Fale low blows Chase. Doki and Sho team up to low blow Fale. Sanada and Narita low blow the two junior tag champs. Kademaru tries to spit whiskey in their eyes, but Sanada blocks him with his sunglasses, but then he gets low blowed anyway. Then Evil avoids the whiskey spit and low blows Kademaru. Meanwhile, the announcers are just going Q-Show over and over again, which I guess is Japanese for low blow. But just saying Q-Show, Q-Show, Q-Show. Like just over and over and over again. It was very funny. Evil goes to pick up Yujiro, but he low blows him again. And then he gets the pimp juice and the big juice back to back, the two DDTs he does. The crowd's chanting for him. They're behind Yujiro here, but Evil just barely kicks out. Yujiro goes for the big juice a second time. Evil escapes and hits the Evil, but he can't follow up. The ref counts both men down, and we actually get the double knockout count. So this match also ends in a draw, which is also quite funny. So Yujiro wasn't jobbing to anybody on this show. Not the World of Stardom champion, not his unit leader, nobody.
Nope.
This was less of a match. It wasn't really a match again, but it was very funny. And then afterwards, everybody was like, you know what? We're all assholes. Let's just make up. And they do the little cigarette smoking pose. Good for them. Very funny show. Everyone acted exactly as they should have for a show being put on by a bunch of total scumbags, including the crowd there to enjoy said scumbags. So,
yeah.
And there was one last funny moment, too, where the crowd basically all chanted for Evil to come back out. It was like an encore. And he does come out, but he just grabs the mic and tells them to shut up and go home. That was fucking great.
So
he's like, shut up, the show is over, go home.
I really loved this singles match between Evil and Yujiro Takahashi. I adored that because that 5-minute segment is a perfect House of Torture stuff. That was like incredible. The SANADA using his fucking sunglasses to not be affected by a whiskey spit. Incredible shit. I lost my mind.
He's like, you can't spit in my eyes, you Katamaro. I know your tricks.
I am immune. So yes, I as much as I didn't like Evil versus Shun Skywalker, I adored this actual main event. As much as I disliked the Saya Kamitani no contest result, I loved double KO in this match. It's I love comedy House of Torture. I love them if they are comedy. I don't like them as a serious title contenders or whatever they did to the strap match.
Yeah.
To
you know what? I just realized it's fucking hilarious that you were the one I had on for this, given you were also the one for Dominion.
Yes, and I hated that show so much because of the House of Torture. And again, I think they are.
But here, look, that was an all house show that sucked.
Yes,
and this was an all house show that was great. So,
yes, this
things.
I didn't like the start of the show until the trios match, and I did not like the Saya Kamitani intergender match because I don't enjoy the Japanese intergender matches. I don't like them because I know that the guys will not get beaten, and the issue there was. That's a fucking world champion, the biggest women's star in decades. Like, what are we doing here? That was my.
Did you see her tweets when they announced the match were so fucking funny? Like, she was just tweeting what the fuck is this? You didn't even ask me. Saya-sama's holiday plans are ruined now.
Yeah.
And she was like, and then she was like, I've never wrestled a man in a singles match before, and then little thumbs down. So she did not like that at all. That was very funny.
Which understandable because she knew how that would end. No, I am not laying down for you. You are a woman.
Yeah.
And then the show ended on an absolute high note with everyone hitting nut shots to everyone else. It's perfect. It's a perfect House of Torture match.
And I don't mean to keep yawning, everybody. Sorry. This, like I said earlier, the COVID shot has taken a lot out of me.
Okay.
But I apologize because I feel like I'm being disrespectful to Velkej. He's one of my favorite guests.
It's fine.
Well, there was one time, this is a long time ago now, where I was up for, I thank God I don't work in retail anymore, but I was up for a promotion when I was the assistant manager of a GameStop, and I was one of the people they chose to go on this little tour of the district, where the district manager was going to take 3 or 4 of us to different stores. We're all assistant managers who he was considering promoting to manager to show what it's like to be a manager is basically the idea. And he's got us in the back room, going through stuff. And I yawned a couple times, and I really wasn't out of boredom. It was because I hadn't slept well at all the night before. I had even worse insomnia problem back then. This is a long time ago now. And this one old guy, who's, even much older than I am now, even, decided to take this opportunity to fucking try to make himself look good off of me. Because he, turned to me and was like, this man's taking time off our office busy schedule to show us the ropes, and you're yawning like that? That's very disrespectful. And the district manager guy even was like, it's not that big a deal. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I was just tired. I really wasn't trying to be disrespectful. And the district manager guy was like, it's not a big deal, man. It's okay. And in the end, I don't think either of us got the promotion. So his attempt at ass kissing did not work. But it was very funny.
That's bad. I would have I would have thought that you were yawning because of the lack of oxygen in the room, especially if you were in some kind of back room or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a back room in a fucking GameStop store in the middle of fucking.
That sounds like
it wasn't a very nice store. It wasn't a very nice story.
That's like lack of oxygen for everyone. So
yeah. But anyways, the yawning made me think of that story where this man tried to get over on me, and the fucking district manager's like, "Buddy, fucking relax." So it was basically the reaction. So I thought that was funny. Stardom. Let's go to Stardom. We did some Stardom talk already, but we're going to talk about the Gods of Stardom Tag League. There were only 2 shows to talk about this time. So it started out with Night 8, which was on Sunday, November 23rd, from the Big Palette Fukushima and Koriyama in Fukushima Prefecture. It was a crowd of 536, which was actually up from the 5-star show earlier this year. They only did 384 for that show. That was an Ami Sourei versus Saya Ida main event. Also slightly up from last year's Tag League show, which did 469 for a Hanako and Maika over Saya Kamitani and Konami. A little under what New Japan did for the New Japan Cup this year. They did 722 for that. That was a Shingo versus Shota semifinal show. Close to the 630 New Japan did for the World Tag League last year. But yeah, it's probably enough Koriyama comparisons. But yeah, there you go. Good little number here.
Good little number, yeah.
The 6-man tag opener, and you said you didn't watch anything except the tournament matches, so I'll give this quickly.
It was just the tournament matches, yeah.
Yuna Mizumori, Aya Sakura, and Sayaka Kurara defeated Azumi, Mei Sierra, and Miyu Amasaki. It was Yuna pitting Mei in 8:36 with the Supergirl pin. So this was kind of weird but fun having the two tag league partners back on opposite teams here with their respective units, because Mei and Yuna obviously are teaming up in the tournament. But yeah, I don't know. Like at this point, I was kind of starved for Stardom at this because they'd been off for like a full fucking week, and plus those two Sapporo shows were like half Stardom and half like Wave and Pure J, I guess, or Diana. Half Wave and Diana, and like they, you know, and so there were a lot of talent I hadn't seen in like 2 full weeks at this point. So yeah, I was really fun with this. I haven't really fun with this match. I wish it could have gotten more than the 8 minutes it got. You know, it was pretty fun, pretty all action. And yeah, 3 1/4. And I wish Yuna pins Mei with the Supergirl, so the high speed title rematch is a coming. We'll see when that happens.
Probably the Sumo Hall.
Probably. Match, or it could be one of the Korakuens or something. You never know.
I think the Sumo Hall is more likely because I expect the white belt match on the Korakuens.
Match number 2, Hanako and Momo Kogo defeating Saya Kamitani and Kikyo Furusawa.
I will go back and watch this one, actually.
It was Hanako pitting Kikyo at 8:28. Yeah, this was fine. You know, they were doing like this whole like Sendai. Yeah, I can never say that word correctly.
Sundara?
Yeah, like Sundere. Like, yeah, they like that. They're doing that gimmick with Saya and Kikyo, where Kikyo kind of like has a little crush on her, and but Saya's like you know, I'm not looking at you. Like, especially on Twitter, they were like, they were like really playing it up on Twitter, where Saya was like, "Of course I carried you the back. I had no other choice but to do it." It's like kind of fucking funny.
Oh my!
But it was very, very funny. They know their target audience. Saya was like forcibly like grabbing Kikyo by the head and like hair, and like using her to toss her around and like body slamming her onto their opponents. That was amusing. But yeah, even having Saya-sama on the team can't make up for a rookie status though. Hanako pinned her with, they call it a brainbuster. It looked like a simple front suplex. I guess it is what they call a brainbuster in Japanese. I think about it. But yeah, fine little match. The Saya stuff was the most entertaining stuff. But yeah, 3 stars for this, you know. Then we had the Red Block, the fake luchadores, whose names I hate saying, so it's really just, you know, going to be shoot trash again. Say it's Suzuki and Koguma. They beat Hina and Rana Yagami. It was Hazuki pinning Rana with a kind of sloppy roll up at 8:49. Now, I did miss a lot of stuff from Stardom. I did not miss the fake luchadors. Like this gimmick is so weird to me.
They do not work.
I do not get what we're supposed to get out of this, and they're actually getting pushed too, because it's got them up to 7 points. They were 3-1-1 at this point, so I'm just very befuddled by this. And they're just beating everybody as generic luchadors in black shirts. It's very weird.
I would have accepted this gimmick if they both left for at least half a year and were gone and then come back as a new people, basically. And if the Stardom crowd knew that they should boo them and they work more as heels.
Yeah, they are working as heels, and the crowd just doesn't get what's going on.
No, which is because that's why it doesn't really work.
Okay, real talk. How many pictures are on your camera roll right now? Enough to induce a little stress? Let's take a deep breath. Friend to friend, I want to tell you what finally worked for me. Chatbooks. They make it so easy to actually do something with all those photos. And right now, they're giving us a podcast-exclusive, mind-blowing offer. 12 monthly mini photo books for just $12, plus free shipping. That's a full year of printed memories for less than you'd pay for 1 month of streaming. Sleep better at night knowing your memories are safe. Just pick your photos, and the Chatbooks app does the rest. Go to chatbooks.com/get12. That's chatbooks.com/get12 and grab this deal before it's gone.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
So if I when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I guess Hazuki right now in current Stardom could have been more of a flyer than a brawler as she is normally, because she is small enough and light enough, and the roster is now tall enough and heavy enough that they can base for her, and they have other people who brawl or who fight, and she could fly because they don't have that many flyers right now. And she was trained by Io Shirai from that era, so I could see her as a flyer, masked flyer wrestler, more as a change. But right now, this gimmick doesn't work, and I don't like it.
She's a masked generic heel who sometimes does lucha arm drags. It's very weird.
Yeah.
3 stars. It was fine. It's not like I disliked the match or anything, but it's just not anything to it.
And also, I don't think Hina and Rana work together as a tag team. They are the worst combo, combined people together. They don't, because they don't complement each other. They're like...
Yeah, well, they're both kicky people.
They need someone else with them.
I know. I guess Hina's not that much of a kicky person, but like they're both like kind of on the more solid side, and they both kind of do like, I don't know.
It's,
like Hina does her judo and Rina does her karate. It just kind of feels like, okay.
Yeah, it's like Utami and Momo Watanabe in Queen's Quest when Utami joined as a tag team before they split. And even then they were split because they really did not work together that great. So this is the kind of similar thing. The issue is that Hina is a great shit talker, and she is great in singles matches. And Rana is finding her footing, but she cannot inject the charisma into this tag team. So it's like, oh, I know who this is. It's Momo Watanabe and Konami together. They were so fucking bland back then in 2018.
Yeah, I think I remember that even. Blue Block. Saya Ida and B Priestley. I think I got my rating. Okay. Saya Ida and B Priestley. They beat Konami and Rina. It was B pinning Rina in 11:37 with the Plan B. It was a good but sort of nondescript match. Pretty good match though. I liked it when Ida was in there with Rina for a while. They were kind of hitting each other hard. And again, 2 of the thicker girls on the roster. But nothing you really have to see or anything. Like 3 1/4. Pretty good little match. It was big in the standings because they were both 3-2 going into this. So Saya and B went to 4-2 when Konami and Rina dropped to 3-3. But yeah, it's a pretty good little match. 3 1/4.
One of the things I do give B Priestley, while I not really enjoy her, is that she will fucking bump her ass off for someone like Rina. Look, B is 10 years veteran or something like that. She's the ex-World Stardom champion. She is from WWE. And she was in AEW as well. She's coming back, and she's bumping her ass off for a woman she knew as a 12-year-old child. So I have to give her that. She bumped her ass for Rina, same as she did during the 5-star elimination rounds. So I have to give her that, but I don't. So I think she deserves the contract she has with Stardom, but I don't see her I don't like this tag team, honestly. Her and Saya Ida. I think the Vingori is better, and I am not a Hanan fan, so I think Hanan with Saida is better than B Priestley with Saida. And as you said, it's a nondescript mid-card match. It's fine. Better than I expected, honestly.
Yeah. Then we had Bozilla and Akira Kuragane defeating BMI 2000, Natsuki Tora and Muraka. It was Bozilla pitting Tora in exactly 10 minutes with a pile driver. This was actually a good match. I like the BMI team is not my favorite, to be clear. And this was their first loss, actually. They went to 3-1 at this point. But yeah, I don't know. Like I thought these two teams clicked well, maybe because Bozilla throwing her weight around against them was something different at least. And that enormous delayed pile driver was pretty fucking sick that she pinned her with.
Yeah,
also,
that
was
awesome.
Back,
that was awesome.
She was back. She was also back to not bullying Akira anymore, which is good because I even like the bullying Akira thing. So 3.5, good match.
I did not like it as much as you did. I liked the previous match more than you did. So
okay.
We kind of change position on this. I am not a Ruaka fan. I'm not.
Me neither.
I am not a Bozilla fan as much.
I like Bozilla.
I think she's a rookie that still needs a lot of work. I expect her to get better, but it's like I am not sure about that. There are like some of the things she does or does not do that kind of irk me, especially in the company that's as given as Stardom. Again, I just praised B Priestley for bumping her ass off for Rina, and Bozilla has issue with bumping her ass off for people. She chooses people who to bump for, which I guess is right, but I still I'm not sure about that. So it's like I don't know. B Priestley better than Bozilla. What can I say?
Wow. What a
Megan much better than Bozilla. Megan is actually really fucking good.
The semi-main event, Natsupoi and Suriano defeating Waka Tsukiyama and Rion. Poi pitting Rion in 10:32. This match, I missed my girl so much. I was so upset. 2 whole weeks with no Poi and Suri tags because they were off in Poi was off in Sendai and Suri was off in Oz and Okinawa. I was like, bring back Natsu and Sori, the tag team. And they did finally. I was very happy. Poi complained to Daichi about Rion stepping on her foot repeatedly, like early on, which was funny because Poi cheats outrageously in like every match she's ever been in. But she's like, how dare she do this to me? So that was funny.
Yeah, that's my thing.
And indeed, Poi immediately started doing it back to her. There was this great...
You forgot that Rian stomped on Daichi's foot.
Yeah.
Sold it as if he was shot in the foot, and then made Rian apologize to him. That was awesome.
Yeah, she did give a big apology and bow to him, so that was.
And
nice.
then Poi did the same thing to Rian and bullied her more in the corner. That was awesome. That was so good.
I've enjoyed Poi bullying Rian a lot. It's been a theme this year. It's very good.
Yeah, Poi is trying to make Rian. It's really fun to watch.
So there was a great look of exasperation at one point when Waka was like, so Waka's giving Sayori, all these hip attacks. So she's giving her the hip attacks one after the other. And Sayori just has this look of like boredom / like exasperated annoyance, which is like one of those looks you can give the camera that's just perfect. So that was very amusing. Then, her and Poi, they started getting physical with poor little Rion. First, Sayori took her head off with a big boot, and then Poi did their big running dropkick against the ropes. And then we got a very fun closing stretch with the littlest twerp Rion, almost pulling out the upset on Poi a couple times. I was very emotionally invested here in my 2 girls not losing their undefeated streak. So I was like, come on, don't lose the twerp. And thankfully, Poi pinned Rion with the fairy splash just after the 10-minute mark. Damn good match. Very happy my queens are finally back. 3.5 stars.
I really enjoyed this as well. It's like this is the match, and as I said, Poi is trying to make Rian, and it's really fun to watch. It's like progressively, Rian is getting more and more on Poi, and it's like Poi is rubbing off on Rian, like her mannerisms and the shit they do to each other. It's really fun to follow. Like this is the list. Like this is one of those we talked about the booking and the storytelling stuff. This is one of the storytelling things, which is like Poi is trying to make Ryan, and Ryan is trying to learn from Poi. So it's like, oh, we are doing this. This is the thing that you can. This is the story you can tell in pro wrestling and via pro wrestling matches. This is what it's all about. So that's the difference between the booking. It's where who wins and shit and who faces who, and the storytelling, which is something like this.
Yeah. So definitely definitely an enjoyable match.
First real recommendation on this show, honestly.
Main event. This was my favorite match of the show and my favorite match of the tournament so far. Ami Sourei and Lady C, the team of the Reiwa Tokyo Towers, defeating Ane-kon, Sayuri, and Saki Kashima. Big pin for Ami, pinning Sayuri with the Like Thunder in 12:54.
Huge pin for her. If she's not for the white belt, she should face Shuri for the IWGP.
But yeah, it was all God's Eye War here in the main. Saki, she shook hands with Ami, but then left poor Lady hanging for some reason. That wasn't very nice of her. Lady insisted so many times that she did finally give in, but it was a trap. Because that wily
she fell into the trap, yes.
She immediately tried to slam her.
And then Saki immediately went for the deadly roll-up, so that was very good.
Ami tried to help Saki back up in the corner, but it was another trap as she immediately started slapping her in the chest super hard, which Saki did not like. She finally got a single Rana and then immediately tagged out to Sayuri, which was so fucking funny. I feel like I say Sayuri and Sayuri too close. Nicole pointed that out to me the other day. But anyway. And then there's also Sayuri to make it even more confusing. But yeah, there's Ami and Sayuri just beat the fuck out of each other at one point with these hard-ass forearms. They were just killing each other.
I think you can say Shuri.
Shuri.
Okay. Yeah. I think you can read it as SH.
Oh, you're right. That's probably what I'm doing incorrectly. Shuri. Yeah. Okay. So Shuri,
it's just the autotranslate is sometimes translated as SHURI. Some of the autotranslates do. I think you can read it as well as that, not Shuri, but Shuri.
But yeah, there you go. So they beat the fuck out of each other with hard-ass forearms. That was some real girls rock kind of stuff. And then Ami actually hits the first, her and Lady hit a double team electric chair drop on Shuri. But then that was awesome. Then she hits the Like Thunder, but Shuri just kicks out before the 3-minute remaining call. At that point, Shuri hits a huge high kick on Ami when she runs in, but then absolutely gets her head taken off by a running big boot from Ami, and then eats a second Like Thunder, and that gets the pin. Enormous upset of finish that gave that put them at 2 and 3 and gave the Shuri and Saki team 3 and 2 at that point. But yeah, I thought this was a 4-star match. Again, better than every match on Full Gear except for one. I'm going to keep saying that. Started comedy, but ended up rocking from start to finish. I thought this match was fucking great. So 4 stars, greatly enjoyed it.
This match ruled. It had everything you want. It had interfaction relationships, which is Saki towards Lady C. It has the finish where you push someone because someone beats someone who is higher up very definitively, which was Ami beating Shuri very definitively with her own move in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Shuri, who is one of the most protected people in Stardom, not just Stardom, but whole wrestling. Remember the time when she by the way, I will always say that Shuri, when she came into the promotion in early 2020, early 2020, she was always supposed to be pushed and she would have always been a world champion because the second match she had in the promotion, she won the title, artist title, and then she was holding a title of whatever kind until the day she lost the red belt. So for like 2.5 years, she was a title holder in the promotion. She never lost matches, never, only to Koguma and in the Cindy. No one else got a wins over her. Maybe Azumi once or something like that on some wacky roll up in 5-star to get the SWA title shot. And even this year, she was like the only person who beat her was Suri, who is also kind of protected and a kind of big deal. So it's like Shure getting to beat Shure is like a huge deal, and huge deal even more for someone like Amisore, who, remember this, was brought into the promotion by Shuri to be the first member of God's Eye, to be her bodyguard because of Julia. When Shuri said they are going to split, like Julia and Shuri are going to split, so Shuri was leaving DDM. She brought in Amisore to be her second in her title match against Julia. So this is a huge deal, and Ami then added in the post-match promo that she's still like aiming to Konami, if I'm not mistaken. But if, and I hope this is right, if Shuri beats Saya Kamitani in the Dome for the IWGP and Strong, I hope we get to see Ami versus Shuri for the IWGP as well.
Yeah, that would be cool. Definitely
Yeah,
cool match.
that would be really good, like 22 minutes singles match or something like that. In Osaka, for example, they are booking Edio #1, so maybe they should give us a big match, which this would be a big match.
So yeah, there we go. This was like, if not the best show of the tournament so far, among the best shows, I thought. So yeah, I think I had second by average star rating by to the Night 5 in Hachione. But yeah, just a really, really, really cool show here. The next night was Night 9. That was from yesterday, Monday, November 24th, in Iwaki City General Gymnasium in Fukushima. That did a crowd of 437. There's nothing to compare it to, really. So, no, it's their first time in this building in quite a while. The annoying thing about the show is they took fucking forever to drop the VOD. Like, I had to watch it. I watched like 3 of the matches last night. I ended up skipping a match and watching the rest of it today before this thing. I don't know why they took so long to drop. I think that's the last VOD show I had to deal with. I think the remaining ones are all live, and there's the one pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that, actually. Yes. Yep, the Wednesday, November 26th, Friday, November 28th, Saturday, 29th are all live, and then Sunday, 30th is a pay-per-view. Anyway, so the show opened with the 6-woman tag. This was Saya Kamitani, Konami, and Rina from Hate, beating the fake luchadoras and Kikyo Furusawa in 9:16. Konami pinned Kikyo with the buzzsaw kick. You know, there wasn't a lot to this one. It was a Gentleman's 3 type opener. You know, just kind of, it was fine. Just, I don't know how many different times I can say I don't like the fake luchadoras. So, the next match I skipped, so I'll just quickly give the result, which was Waka Tsukiyama and Rion.
Why would you watch this?
Yeah, Waka Tsukiyama and Rion beat Saki Kashima and Mobo Kogo in 4:45. Waka pinned Kogo with the Aussie suplex, so good for her. Then we had our first tournament match, which was in the red block. It was their final. This is like I think the first team to be done. It was Rana Yagami and Hina having their final tournament match, beating Bozilla and Akira Kuragane in 9:44. Rana pinned Akira with the beat strike, so they finish at 3 and 4 for 6 points in this tournament, while Bozilla and Akira go down to 2 and 3. You know, another gentleman's 3 here. It was fine, but again, nothing really stood out. And I sort of see what you mean about the Hina and Rana team not being that great together. Just, you know, because I liked a lot of the Bozilla Akira stuff, and just this didn't really click on any great basis to me.
Yeah, the personality-wise, the Akira and Bozilla stuff is better than the Hina and Rana Yagami. It's like they had nothing together. It's like not even like the movesets like are too complementary to each other for some reason, even though they should be. Like judoka and karateka, it's like that should like work together somehow and does not. So I don't know what it is with them.
Yeah. Then we had the red block, which was this was very sad for me, but it was Natsupoi and Suriano finally getting the first defeat. Tora and Waraka beat them. Waraka pinned Ano with the capture German. I think she calls it the Dharma style German in 12-10. So this was it was still a good match. I mean, just the result made me mad. But yeah, Sayori got beat down by the heels for a while. She hot tagged in Poi. Poi got this nice triangle on Tora. I'm like, damn, where the fuck did Natsupoi learn to do a triangle like that? Sareben teaching her or something? But she did escape out of it, and then Tora just fucking crushed her with a standing senton. Sayori got a second hot tag, and but then got cut off by the heels again. She finally managed to German suplex Waraka after failing several times. They kind of messed it up a bit, but thankfully it wasn't the finish anyway. There was a great near fall where Sayori took this enormous powerbomb off the second rope from Tora, and then a huge splash off the top from Waraka. But Poi dove in at the last second out of nowhere to break it up. That was like the spot of the match. I mean, obviously, being a Natsu and Sori mark, I was like living and dying with these falls here. Sayori seemingly has a one with the pottering, but Saya pulls the ref out. Then Tora spits blue mist in her face, and she takes the German from Waraka, followed by the capture German for the pin. Finally, their first loss. Boo. Boo.
Yeah, the finishing stretch was awesome.
Yeah,
and it was so so well done. So I really like this finish of this match. Like it was it was really well done. I enjoyed this. And again, even though I am not Natsupoi supporter because she's an evil goblin, I am a Saori Ano fan. So this is I am always I'm struggling when they are teaming together, because it's I am cheering for Saori Ano and then I'm cheering against Natsupoi. So it's I have two sides to me, I guess. One is supporting Saori and the other is booing Natsupoi.
How dare you? Do you know what I ordered the other day? By the way, I ordered Poi. I ordered Poi's birthday event acrylic stand.
Oh my god!
She got the little yellow dress on and everything.
God,
I can't wait. It'll go with my Sayori kimono acrylic stand, my Natsu and Sayori 15th anniversary giant acrylic stand, and my Sayori and Natsupoi acrylic block. So quite the collection of merch. So no one, yes, if anyone ever accuses me of being biased about these two wrestlers, that is correct. I'm very, very biased about these two wrestlers. Just like I was biased about Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah,
I don't hide my favorites. You can see who my favorites are when you walk into my room.
It's it was.
There's a Zumi acrylic stands too. There's a Miyu Amazaki acrylic stand, Poi card, and all that other shit.
In the end, Saya did the classic queer baiting stuff with grabbing Saori-Ano's chin and posing with the title. And I was saying, nah, you ain't getting Shupro cover. That's Ozawa doing his own little queer baiting with Inamura. It's fine.
Everybody's playing to their audiences, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know. It works.
3.5 stars. It was a good match. Even though it had a little issues here and there, but it was still a damn good match. Again, very biased, but really enjoyed it. Saya did put the boots to her afterwards, and she was taunting over the loss before Poi dove in and made the save. And I thought Sayori had really good fire in the post match.
Yeah,
she was yelling up at her and then showing her frustration, and the crowd was into it too. Where the fuck people get off saying the crowd is not into the feud? I have no idea. But they also pretended that the build to fucking Crimson Nightmare was this all-time disaster when it still did the 5th biggest number any company's done an Old Award this year. But did 2,400 people. I think the second best number Stardom's done an Old Award ever or something.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's difficult to say what's happening over there.
I just think it's I think people, and this is something I try to do, okay? I understand that, AEW is not always to my taste. I don't go around saying that AEW is, objectively horrible and the worst promotion on earth and blah, blah, blah. And they're a lot less hot business-wise than Stardom is, by the way, considering they have 4 hours of weekly television on national TV, which Stardom does not, and they can barely get 3,000 people into their fucking TV tapings every week in a country that's like almost triple the size of Japan population-wise. But, you know, but I don't go around saying, like, you know, AEW is a failure at AEW. But the way people try to act like AEW is, like, objectively a failure because they don't... I mean, not AEW. Stardom's objectively a failure because they subjectively don't like, you know, Taro Okada's booking or whatever is so stupid. It's like, this stuff is working whether or not you like it. So, you know, there really isn't much of an argument against him. Like, to me, the best booker is either him or the CMLL guy. And I don't watch Lucha, so I'm going to vote for him.
Look, it's very difficult for me to say that the booking is bad then. Okay, let's start. So, Mayu versus Azumi in the Dome. Big thing. Then I get to watch in person. I got to watch Tam Nakano fake die in Pro Wrestling Ring and disappear from the world forever, which was the thing that I have been wishing for last 3 years. I was there in fucking person. That's like literally
legendary moment in Hayden.
Yes. That's and it's not like she just got beat in a wrestling match. No, she fucking died and disappeared and she's been gone. It's even better than
well, excuse me. We all know she's on your farm right now.
Yeah, of course. So she's gone. She's gone. So it's one of the
You gotta update us how she's been handling the transition. You didn't do that.
She's dead.
Been like your first topic.
She's buried.
So you killed her? You killed her, Velkej?
Of course. Then in the semi-main event,
we'll always have that her giving the German suplex to the little stuffed doll and defending the red belt against it on Twitter. That's still one of my favorite tweets.
In the semi-main event, there is or rather third match from the top or something like that. There's Azumi's first big singles match for one of the two big titles. Azumi is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Also,
and she got to challenge Saya this year too.
Yes.
And had the killer match with Zilla.
I'm continuing. Also on the same show. That's just one show. Also on the same show, I got to watch Shuri, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, beat Mayu fucking Iwatani for a fucking IWGP title. That match and that result would have made the fucking trip worth it. Like, that would have been enough for me. So, and then I got to watch an awesome Mei Seira and Suzuki match, which was bloody as hell and involved two of them bleeding buckets, and that was also awesome. I also got to watch one of the last matches for Meiko Satomura in big arena with big production and everything. That fucking show ruled. Then the same promotion that is badly booked got to co-produce and produce and basically book the 10-year anniversary for one of my favorite promotion, Actress Girls, with got through all the ages of the Actress Girls. Then,
actually, should I vote for Poi and Sayori as best booker this year for putting on the show in a year?
They don't have enough, not enough shows though.
They drew a huge crowd for that show too. It's like 2,500 people.
That is true. That's more for the MVP cases.
Maybe it should be promoter this year instead of
that's more like that.
Promoter of the year.
So then we get the 5-star. So the 5-star last 6 years.
Oh yeah, the tournament that everybody complained about the fucking format of that ended up being fucking great. Yeah, that one, the 5-star.
Yeah, so the last 6 years, I change my Twitter handle every summer for hashtag Momo5star. And I have been mocked for last 6 years, or rather last 5 years, that Momo Watanabe is never going to get pushed. Momo Watanabe is never winning the 5-star. Guess who fucking won the fucking 5-star? Guess who fucking finally did it? Half a decade of me cheering for the loser, and she fucking won the 5-star. And even I thought that Ami Soraya is winning the 5-star. Nobody guessed that she's fucking finally winning. It's like
I thought it was gonna be Soriano, which ended up being sort of like she got the red belt shot as Queen.
Yes.
I was pretty close.
So even the 5-star was like booked perfectly outside of the first night, and I will forever complain to that they killed fucking first night of the 5-star with a shovel. They dug a hole 2 meters deep and shoved it in, and it's dead now. It's the worst night of the tournament and forever will be. And also, by the way, Azumi, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, was in the finals with the Momo Watanabe.
Yeah, and a great fucking match. I mean, look, there's a lot of great stuff for certain, if people are fans of certain wrestlers, and on top of that, they drew great money all year.
Yeah,
they did their biggest crowds of all time. Like, I don't know, if people want to say maybe, like, again, because people have to go straight to hot take, has the fall been a little more boring than the rest of the year? Sure. Did the fall fucking peak with the Azumi Saya double title match? It kind of did. But the tag league's been, like, as we've been talking about in the show, besides a couple of nights, the tag league's been perfectly enjoyable. And they spread
fine.
And they spread these dates out to give these girls a fucking rest, because, you know, give them days off and stuff, because they learned their fucking lesson from a few years ago about what happens when you push people who are working at this level to do this number of dates, because without any fucking break. So this tour gives people breaks, and they spread the shows out, and they give people days off, and they let them go do other stuff. And yeah, it gives people can take a little bit slower, which they probably desperately fucking need after the 5-star and everything else.
I agree that the October month was a bad storytelling month for Momo and Saya, and it's the simple reason because if you look at the schedule of the October, you will see that the month was specifically made to give all the main eventers a month off after the 5-star and like the September. So they finish everything off, and then they basically, if they don't want to be on shows, they don't have to be on shows. It's fine. If someone gets hurt or something like that, they can take time off because it's October. There are like 4 New Blood shows.
Suzu took time off, and so did Azumi.
Yeah, it's fine because it was fine. They did not have a need for these people to be on the show. That's why the belt to Saya versus Momo fucking sucked, because it was in the bad month.
I even think sucked was too strong, but
no,
it wasn't great.
It sucked considering what I wanted out of it. So my own personal enjoyment of the build was bad. The match itself fucking ruled. So I'm fine with that. The
match itself was still pretty great. I think some people liked it a lot more than I did, but I think I went like 3 3/4 or something.
It will be in my top 10 of the year. So so there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And after
I feel like we talk about the Stardom Heroes every week. I'm probably tired of talking about that.
And then one of my other favorite wrestlers challenges Saya Kamitani for the big show. So what am I supposed to complain about?
Yeah, I'm crying on my beer. The way they too, like I talked about this already too. They're like, well, you know, John, they're your favorite wrestler's going to lose for sure. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Fine. I'm only going to be front row to see my favorite wrestler against another wrestler I really like in a red belt match, and she might lose instead. Oh no, not that.
I literally flown to Japan on short notice to see Shuri lose the red belt to Julia. I'm fine with my favorite wrestlers losing. I'm much more enjoy if they win.
But I think, as I said a million times, I think people are underrating her chances of winning. But I think that's why I didn't give her the 5-star win. But I think she's winning that red belt, and she's taking it to her hometown show in February, and people got to get the fuck over.
I think Saya is going to lose the Sumo Hall show, and then she's going to lose the Dome match as well. And she's going to be beltless, and her All-Star Grand Kingdom is going to be against Fuwa-chan. So no belts around Hell Belt, maybe only the artist. Or something like that. So that's my prediction. And before we move off from Stardom,
we still got more matches to do.
Oh, really?
I'm
sorry. Yeah. We stopped out after the Saori match. Okay.
Yeah. We were so busy putting over Saori versus versus Saya,
Saya.
which again I cannot wait for, and I'm gonna be happy whether or not she wins. So
Yeah.
everybody can suck it. Next match, Hanako and Megan Bain in the blue block defeating Azumi and Miyu Amasaki in 6:59. Megan pinning Miyu with the Skyfall, as they're calling it. Now, this is my big disappointment of the tournament, if not the year in general, is I really was hoping like Zero Knee Line was going to get the big push this year, at least into the playoffs. And here they dropped to 1-4. So they're just like, they're not doing nothing with them still. I was like, why not let Azumi and Miyu win this thing and challenge for the tag titles or something? Because it seems like Azumi doesn't have much else to do. But no, they just lost again. It's like, okay. Megan, she threw around poor little Azumi like a rag doll, as you'd expect. And Hanako was tagged in before Azumi was finally able to get a La Mystica on her and get the hot tag to Miyu. There was this very nice little spot where Hanako turned Miyu's, how she does that mid-air giant leaping DDT setup. She turned it in mid-air into a vertical suplex. That looked very cool. It was very smooth too. Especially for two wrestlers who don't, only have a few years under their belt each. Miyu did finally manage to get the big lay DDT on Megan though, after Megan tagged herself back in. But Megan came back with a double German on both of her much smaller opponents. That looked pretty sick. Miyu was able to get a bridge thing, which I was hoping would be the finish, but Hanako made the save. And the Giant Woman came back and hit the Doomsday Device on Miyu for the pin. Pretty good. It was very short, but I went 3 1/4. I enjoyed it while it lasted, but I was very sad that this basically eliminated Azumi and Miyu and kept the Mega Skyscrapers undefeated at 5-0 here.
So
the crazy schedule of Megan. She was.
Yeah.
I just fucking saw her. in full gear on Saturday.
She basically
in that four-way tag, and
she got a cab to airport and flew over to Japan. It's insane.
Yeah, she's crazy. Look, Megan Bain's a real one. We need more real ones who actually want to fucking work in Japan.
Yes.
Instead of these people who are like, they pay me 6 figures, so I'm good. Just fucking hanging out at home and how Hook is. That's why Hook sucks so bad. He never wanted to go to Japan or nothing.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And by the way, Megan Bain is my perfect tall giant wrestler. She is fucking amazing. She flies really well. The Doomsday Device from the side looks incredible because she looks like she flies at them. It's so fucking awesome. The sequence with Azumi at the start of the match was amazing. They did really, really well. The ending of the I was hooting and hollering, and even though Azumi is one of my favorites, I'm really into Hanako and Megan Bain as a tag team, and I'm not sure if I want them to win the tag league. I can see it. I'm not sure if I want them to. I think I'd really like them to be in the finals and not win the tag league. I think Ami Sourei and Lady C winning the tag league would be better, but Ami already has the white belt and the IWGP title stuff. I'm not sure about that. So I'm not sure who I want to win the title tag league. So I'll let them surprise me. But I really love this match, and I have been really loving Megan Bain's run in Stardom again because she is awesome, and I want her to stay and not go back to US. But I guess I won't have that wish fulfilled.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if she could, right?
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Then we had the tag match in the blue block. Sorry, I lost track of my train of thought there. Speaking of Ami and Lady C, they won here. The Reiwa Tokyo Towers beat Suzu Suzuki and Rina Yamashita. It was Lady C beating Suzu by ring out at 11:34. So yeah, Suzu and Rina, they were 0-4 entering this because Suzu was sick and missed those 2 matches last week. So it was good to see her back. But yeah, surprisingly to me, they stayed winless at 0-5. Reiwa Tokyo Towers went to 2-3. Suzu and Rina, they jumped them for the bell. It kind of started a back and forth match with neither side really ever gaining a prolonged advantage. They kind of brawled all the way out onto the stage of I guess there's an auditorium pretty far from the ring. Lady big gave a big boot to Rina up there, and then gave Suzu another sliding boot at the last second from the ring to keep her out of the ring, and won by countout. So it was fine, just not a lot to it. Went like 3 stars. Were you any higher on this than me?
Sorry, sneezing. So I assumed that this match was supposed to be the main event before they decided for this finish. I think they decided for this finish because of the Suzu's illness, and they have just given the team big fat 0 for the whole tournament because Suzu was unable
They do have 2 matches left still, I guess.
Yeah, I know. But I think they did not know that she was going to be back, so they decided for this count out because they actually do not want Rina to get beaten or Suzu to get beaten after like uselessly. So I'm not mad at this finish. I think they did it well. I appreciate this finish actually. And it still keeps something to do for Lady C to face both Rina and Suzu later down the line, or Ami Sourei to face Suzu or Rina later down the line to prove something that they can actually beat them in the middle of the ring or lose to them in the middle of the ring. So I'm fine with this. It's sad that Suzu is sick and cannot do the tournament, but what can you do? We cannot have everything.
Then we had the main event, the Kurawa team, Ayasaka and Sayaka Kurawa. They got a big win here. Sayaka pins B Priestley. They beat Sayaka and B Priestley in 13:38. She pins B with the Prism capture. So that gave them 6 points, moved them up to 3-2, the new blood champions. And Ida and Priestley now finished the tournament at 8 points. They were at 4-3. Saya and Aya, they would do like some grappling to start, which I don't know, like there's for some reason, like mat work and like realistic looking mat work in Stardom, like scratches like an itch I cannot even explain. Like just cute girls doing mat work. This is very, very, very enjoyable for some reason. But yeah, I thought there was a pretty good match. It just didn't like ever get to like a real one of the best main events levels or anything. There was a good stretch run as we approached the 15-minute time limit, but the actual finish with Sayaka rolling up B was a little awkward. But yeah, 3 1/4. That was pretty good, just not much more than that.
It's sad that Sayaka and B kind of fumbled the actual finish, because
they didn't fumble the finish. I might have gone 3.5.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger Kurara wins she's going to get this year, so it's kind of sad. Like compare it to Ami Sourei beating Shuri the day before, which was perfectly executed. And it was like, not sure what you actually wanted to do there, and it's kind of sad that it ended like this. So, but what can you do? It got Kurara a big win, beating a ex-world champion. Again, I think it was supposed to be Ami Sourei and Lady C beating Suzu or Rina in the main event, but that got changed because of the uncertainty of Suzu's being able to make the show or not. I think I enjoyed the previous day more, especially the main event. The main event did a lot the previous on the 23rd.
Yeah, I mean, this show, it went from one of the stronger shows to one of the weaker shows. This one of my average star rating only had above the 2 Sapporo shows that were the worst shows of the tournament. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, just wasn't a great night, but it wasn't anything horrible or anything. Just kind of towards closer to the floor than the ceiling of this tournament so far. Okay, so standing so far. Some people have wrestled 5 matches. Some have wrestled 6.
If I can, John, I kind of did a little bit, because I'm not on your show every that often. I asked for some questions. Can I answer one or 2 of them?
Sure.
Okay, so first question was, what was the biggest fumble the Stardom did this year? And I'm asking you as well, like shooting at you. I know that you don't know these questions. So
the biggest fumble.
The person who asked the question said the biggest fumble was not pushing Kurara more when they had a chance. And for me, the biggest fumble is the Absolute Waste. That is the first night of the both single tournaments.
See, I would say the biggest fumble is ongoing, and I think it's not following up anything with Izumi after the amazing amazing 5-star and the amazing main event she had against Saya in September. Like, it feels like she's very directionless heading into Dream Queendom.
Yeah,
I'd like to see her do something. I know she was out hurt for a little bit, so it's not not all their fault. But like, can we please get her in like a white belt match or a tag title match or something?
You see, I think there maybe was something with Momo, and they cannot do that.
I see. Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So the first nights of the tournaments is because the
where did you call these questions, by the way?
On Discord. The 5-star had 16 matches, and it's on purpose. The weaker matches of every bigger competitor were squished onto the 5-star opening night. So, because they needed to put every single wrestler on the show, they decided to put the matches that would last the least amount of time onto the first night. So they purposefully screwed the opening night of their big tournament up. It's like on purpose bad. And I fucking hate that. Do 2 nights if you want to have, because you cannot have 16 matches shows. That's AEW shit. That's not how it's supposed to do. And very similar thing happened with the Cinderella. Cinderella was one of the last big shows building to the All-Star Grand Kingdom, and it was 13 matches show, which was not only the Cindy matches, but also tag team matches building up to the big show. So, again, on purpose, bad. Like, the idea of the Cindy is the elimination and the over-the-top rope, which protects the bigger people, but they changed the idea of the tournament to be the young girl or like the people who have not reached the main event level stuff. And it kind of both starts of the tournament were bad. The 5-star then got really good. Cindy was like kind of the rest of the way. So those are the biggest fumbles. And the second question is,
yeah, the Cinderella tournament was one of the more disappointing aspects of the year, that's for sure.
Yeah. And the second question is, okay, why they struggled to find a super hook on the physical level of Seri, Senka, or Yuzuki, despite being the biggest promotion in the territory? Though I guess that could be tied to their injury, given Matoi and Ane arguably looked to be their most solid in-ring performance of this generation. Okay, so my answer is that the Super Rookie is just because someone is allowed to become a Super Rookie, because they get a more expensive...
Because the promotion needs them too.
Yes.
Look at the 3 promotions you just talked about.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
They don't have even close the depth of Stardom.
Exactly. You can have rookies develop slow in Stardom because you have 10 of them, 10 of the young girls that you can beat. You do not need to push them hard or quickly up the card like Yuzuki, for example. You do not need them to try high-risk stuff or complicated stuff with your veterans or having them lead the matches with your other rookies. You can have them slowly be on the undercard and work their way up because you still have 30 people above them to do.
Also, I'm gonna throw out a hot take, and this is fine if people don't want to agree with me. I think Aya Sakura, especially, is talented enough in ring to be a super rookie if they actually had a super rookie spot for her. Like, everything she does looks good. All of her kicks look really good. She never looks out of position or anything. So I think she, in another universe where Stardom desperately needs somebody like some of the other promotions do, I think she could be a super rookie.
Yeah. If the promotion needed her, she could have been. Same with Kurara, you could have made her into super rookie. Same with Kikyo.
Kurara has the charisma for it. I don't know if she's quite as good in ring as Aya, but
I think if she was forced to become a super rookie, she could have been a super rookie. It's just because the wrestlers are not forced.
They don't
to become.
need it.
Yeah.
You don't need
so
it. Yeah.
Yuzuki has basically been trying random shit, but one full year, and she's now in the third. She is now a title holder in her starting her
Well,
third
her,
year.
her second title.
Yeah, starting her third year in pro wrestling. Like compared that,
Yeah, she has the white belt already. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's I understand it because again, Marigold needs somebody at that level,
Yeah.
and it makes sense. And Yuzuki's great. I'm not taking away anything from Yuzuki.
Yeah, exactly. I think if the wrestlers are forced into the slot, they would like follow up, and they would just need the branding and like the positioning on the card and the booking of them. And again, as I said, allowance to use more expensive movesets and to risk and try shit. That's all.
Here I am thinking we're not going to spend that much time on Stardom because it's just 2 tag league shows.
I am sorry about that. That's all.
No, it's
that's
not. You have to apologize. It's
that's
the only.
all the
It's half the
questions.
thing everybody listens to at this point. Is the show for us for the Stardom talk. So
Yeah, it's all the questions that I've been asked. I wanted just the 2 of them because I'm using the space on this audio to push my agenda.
Also, you can get right back on the show if you fill out that form, buddy. Got to fill out the form.
I will.
For Wrestle Kingdom Week. Blue block. So we have Hanako and Megan Bayne at 5-0 for 10 points. They've basically clinched at this point. I don't think it's quite mathematical yet because they have the tiebreaker on Kurara. So yeah, it's hard to say. So they have 10 points. They're probably going to win their block. They have 2 matches left. Because remember, so people don't know, the 2 teams who finish first in each block get a bye to the semifinal, whereas the teams who finish second and third face each other in the quarterfinal. So finishing first is a big deal, and they're obviously in the driver's seat to finish first. Their 2 remaining matches are Suzu and Rina on tomorrow's show, the one a lot of you would have seen already by the time you listen to this. That's on November 26th. And then Shuri and Saki on November 28th. Shuri and Saki can still can catch them and also win the tiebreaker for first. So if they lose, because Shuri and Saki have 2 matches left as well. So if Hanako and Bayne lose both their matches and Shuri and Saki win both their matches, they would tie for first and they would have the tiebreaker because they would have beaten them. Unlikely though, much more likely Hanako and Bayne are going to win the block. Second place is Saya Ida and B. Priestley. They're 4-3 with 8 points. They have the second most points, but they're already done. Whereas the 4 teams behind them, 2 of them have 2 matches left and 2 of them have 1 match left. So there's still a lot that could happen here. They could still miss it. They do have the tiebreaker on Shuri and Saki, but Shuri and Saki can get to 10 points. They also have the tiebreaker on Konami and Reno, can only get to 8, just like them. They lose the tiebreaker to Kurara and the Tokyo Towers, and Kurara can get to 10. The Tokyo Towers can get to 8. They both have the tiebreaker on them. Shuri and Saki, 3-2 for 6 points. Their 2 remaining matches are against Kurara on the 26th and the Skyscrapers on the 28th. They have the tiebreaker on Konami and Rina. They lose the tiebreaker to Ida and Priestley and Tokyo Towers. The Sakurawa team, I kept saying Kurara, obviously Sakurawa is the team name. They're 3-2 for 6 points. Also, they lose the tiebreaker to the Skyscrapers and Konami and Rina. They're about to face Shuri and Saki on the 26th, so that's a big match because they're both tied right now. They also face Zero Nihai on the 28th. But yeah, they have tiebreakers on Ida and Priestley and the Tokyo Towers. So all these teams could really finish in any order for second and third. And then Konami and Rina, 3-3 for 6 points. Their last match is against Suzu and Rina. They have the tiebreakers on Sakurawa and the Tokyo Towers. They lose the tiebreakers to Ida, Priestley, and Shuri and Kashima. The Reiwa Tokyo Towers, 3-3 for 6 points. Their last match is tomorrow against Zero D Line. They have tiebreakers on Ida and B, and Shuri and Saki. They lose the tiebreakers to Sakurawa and Konami Rina. So, like I said, a lot up in the air there on who can actually finish second and third. If I had to make a prediction, I'm going to say Ida and Priestley hold on because they had that tiebreaker on Saki and Shuri. And then the other spot goes to the Reiwa Tokyo Towers because they also have a tiebreaker on Saki and Shuri.
They have been main eventing lots of shows, so yeah. I think they should.
Yeah. The teams that are completely out, Zero Nihai is 1-4 for 2 points, and Suzu Suzuki and Rina Yamashita are 0-5 for 0 points. The red block, there's 2 teams who are both 4-1 for 8 points. It's BMI 2000 and Natsupoi and Suriano. Obviously, BMI 2000 has a tiebreaker on them. They just beat them. This again, there's a lot of teams in the mix here because two of the 2 and 3 teams, or 2 of the 4-point teams, still have 2 matches left and can get to 8 points. There's a 6-point team that's completely done. So Hina and Rani Agami have no chance because they have more points than the 4-point team, but they're 3 and 4. They've already played all their matches. So you have BMI 2000, 8 points with 2 matches left. They face May and Unimon on the 26th and DLM on the 28th. They have the tiebreaker on Points Fury and also Suri and Miku. They lose the tiebreaker to Bozilla and Akira. Poi and Sayori, their last 2 matches are against Bozilla and Akira on the 26th and Suri and Miku on the 28th. They have the tiebreaker on May and Unimon and also DLM, but they lose the tiebreaker to BMI 2000. DLM, the fake Luchadoras, they are 3-1-1 for 7 points. Their last 2 matches, they have 2 matches left, unlike the other team with 7 points. They face Suri and Miku on the 26th and BMI 2000 on the 28th. They have the tiebreaker on Akira Bozilla. They lose the tiebreaker on Poi and Sayori, but being on an odd point total, they could just leapfrog them too, obviously, which I think they probably did that draw for a reason because I think somebody's going to leapfrog somebody. I think that might be how Poi and Sayori miss, maybe. Maybe they go like 4-2, or they even go, maybe they could even miss at 5-2 or something. I don't know. Mei Sierra and Yuna Mizumori also 3-2-1 for 7 points. Actually, no, they couldn't miss at 5-2 because they can only get to 9. So anyway, their only remaining match is BMI 2000 on November 27th, or actually November. It's not a show on the 27th. It's November 26th. They have a tiebreaker on Suri and Miku. They lose the tiebreaker to Poi, Sayori, and Bozilla and Akira. Suri and Miku Kanawai technically still alive at 2 and 3 for 4 points because they can get to 8 points. The remaining 2 matches are DLM on the 26th and Poi and Sayori on the 28th. They have the tiebreaker on Bozilla and Akira. They lose the tiebreaker to BMI 2000 and May and Unimon. Bozilla and Akira Kuragane for 2 and 3 for 4 points. Their last 2 matches are against Poi and Sayori on the 26th and Waka Ria on the 28th. They have the tiebreaker on BMI 2000 and May and Unimon. They lose the tiebreaker to DLM and Suri and Miku. Everybody got all that? Okay?
No, that last part was really too much.
The red block, I really have no clue what the red block is going to do. Like the blue block leaves a little more, but there's a lot of teams that are still in the red block.
No,
the only other team
that's out. Too much.
Yeah, the only other team that's out is Waka Tsukiyama and Rion. They're 0-6 for 0 points. They do have 1 match left, but they're out. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. The last 2 shows tomorrow, the 26th, probably today, by the time most of you listen to this, is the Goddess of Stardom Tag League and Kanda Myojin Hall. Then the 28th, 2 days later on Friday, is in Kyoto at KBS Hall. Then the semifinals, the quarterfinals and semifinals are both on the 29th at Osaka Ideon number 2. And then the finals are on the 30th in Hamamatsu. Hopefully that's at least one of the cheaper pay-per-views because God forbid they charge a full fucking pay-per-view price for a tag league final. Anyway, that was so there you go. That's your upcoming Stardom. And after that point, we're finally out of the tag league. And then we get to, I think there's nothing until the following Monday with the Stardom Nighter in Korakuen on December 8th. So
yeah. That's just there are just some fan meetings and stuff, and then the Korakuen.
Yeah, then there's Nagoya and Osaka fan meetings. I wish to God there was a fan meeting while I'm there. Why don't they want my money? Anyway, let's go to the Sendai girls. I guess let's do that before we go to finish with Oz Academy. So Sendai girls had a show on November 18th. About a week ago now. It did not air on VOD until the 22nd, so we couldn't do it until this episode. Just like there's another show on the 22nd, the Miga Iwata, the 10th anniversary show that I have to wait until next week to do because I think it's just finally up on VOD today, so I did not have enough time to watch that. But yeah, this show was from the Sendai Pit. No announced attendance as usual for Sendai girls. And the crowd looked fine for a tiny building, Opener was Yuna defeating Yuka Satsuki in 7:47. Yuka is from 2AW, so from the former Kaintai Dojo. She's 21, only debuted this year, and this has to be my first time seeing her. I don't remember ever seeing her before. My big note from this match was there was one baby babbling very loudly in this crowd. And it may actually be more than one, actually, by the time I thought about it a little more. Like, why was this baby so loud?
There are
I guess it
two
was
babies.
two babies. It was a small room, and they were very, very loud. But yeah, Yuna won. It was a pretty boring affair, I thought. I didn't hate it or anything, but just really just existed. So 2.5.
So I have written notes for this match. Give me something, Yuna. Anything. You do not even do the dropkick like Hana, because Yuna is supposed to be a big Hana Kimura fan.
Yeah.
So, and then she won off of a roll-up. Sigh. So this is how I describe matches. Yuna is nothing. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't
why
really get
she's
the
a
Yuna
wrestler.
thing. I don't really get the Yuna
Like
thing.
she is a still in air quotes rookie, and she's going to be in air quotes rookie for next 5 years, I think.
Yeah, it is very strange. But then we had where am I here? Second match. We had Miyamoto and Yurika Oka, the Bub Momo Banana, defeating Chi-Chi and Ryo Mizunami. And 12-11, it was Yurika Oka pinning Chi-Chi with the spinning splash, the same one that Natsupoi does. Chi-Chi, she broke her nose or something, right? Because she had this masquerade-looking mask over her nose, and she looked like a sexy broken nose Undertaker. I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, then we had I was just happy to see her though. I haven't seen her on a show in a while because I do not watch Evolution, so I don't even know how to do that, honestly. But yeah, very fun, high energy tag match as you probably expect from these four. Oka, got the pin over Chi-Chi. Quite enjoyable. 3.5-star match. Just a typical fun tag match from.
So because I'm a Yuna slanderer. Another note: Chi-Chi with a nose protective mask and a little bag where she has her water bottle is like 7 times better than whatever Yuna will ever do. And then also Chi-Chi did an excellent looking slip on a banana. It looked like a proper black and white comedy skit. The way she slipped on the banana was amazing and much better than anything Yuna will ever do. So there's that.
Number 1 Yuna hater here. Who knows?
Yes.
Match 3, Hiroyo Matsumoto defeating Spike Nishimura in 12:07 with the knee drop. This was very good. Thought this was a really nice showing for Spike against the veteran Lady Destroyer here. First, Hiroyo is asking her repeatedly to bring it, and Spike is answering with these hard kicks. But then, Matsumoto takes over and is, beating her up. And I thought Spike sold really well from underneath while she was getting beaten down. But yeah, diving double knee, got the pin here. This is like 3 3/4. I was shocked how great this was. They worked really hard here, and it was a great showing for Spike. So, really good match.
Yeah, I really love this for Spike, especially because I think there is a great wrestler in there. She just needs the reps in Japan. I hope she comes back again as soon as possible. And
Did she go home already? I thought she's just staying there.
No. She had a normal 3-month visa or something like that. And she's leaving especially she's leaving for Christmas. I think she's still young. She's like, 22 or something like that. So she's leaving for Christmas. And I think she's coming back after February. And I hope she's coming back for not Rice season, but for wrestling season. So, because sometimes Sendai girls just don't wrestle because they have to do rice and agriculture thing. So I am looking forward to her coming back, and she needs to be saved from the Northeastern Indies because when she came in last year, not as good as she is now. So really, really looking forward to her development in Sendai girls. And I really enjoy this match as well.
Yeah, I mean, she's another one of those people who just comes to Japan and gets better because people in Japan, first of all, they actually wrestle a lot. And second of all, they wrestle with people who actually know how to wrestle, which is more than you can say for like a lot of promotions in America.
Yeah.
Semi-main event, Mika Iwata and Miyuki Takase. Are they, why, like the announcer calls them Red Energy and I see people online call them Red Awakening, which is...
I think they've renamed themselves.
Red Awakening?
Yes, because it's Mika Iwata's 10th anniversary. I think they renamed themselves.
So they got the win here. They beat Dash Chizako and Miku Kanoe. It was Mika pitting Dash in 14:29 with the Ryan, I think it's called, that move. The Michidoku driver, I think she does.
Yeah, imagine my surprise when Mika Iwata pins Dash Chisako.
But yeah, this was really good. I mean, a very fun back and forth match. I went 3 3/4 on it. I didn't take a lot of notes apparently, but it was really, really fun. And just a lot, just kind of what I expected again from 4 very talented wrestlers. So, they had a great match, and
it was awesome. It was awesome, and it felt like Miku actually had a chance to win this match because it was against 2 jobbers, which is Mika Iwata and Miyuki Takase. I sent you the picture I took during the Miku Kanai entrance, and the small child that was very loud is on the left side of the entrance.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and
she was very loud.
And another small child is behind her, so there are 2 little girls cheering for wrestlers.
The main event, unfortunately, a little disappointing.
I'm sorry. One more thing: the misfire Dash Chisako double foot stomp on Miku Kanae. I would have never taken that move from her if I was Miku Kanae.
I was just thinking about how this is the promotion I'm most annoyed that I can't go to during this trip. Like, they don't have anything announced anywhere near me during the fucking because they skip there's nothing. They're off from the 24th on.
They do face show in the first week of January or the second week of January.
Yeah,
every year.
January 11th, 6:30 p.m. buddy. My flight back is an hour after that, so I can't go to that.
Oh, really? They do it that late?
Yeah. January 11th.
I guess
it's actually Shinkiba this year.
They every year they have done with Oz Academy double shot in face.
They don't have it. They don't have it announced yet. So.
Oh, really? And Oz Academy doesn't have announced the show in Shinjuku face that time.
No, I think Oz Academy's doing it the day of Wrestle Kingdom, I think.
That's weird. But it makes sense. Yeah, I guess
on 4. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm mad I can't see them. I just saw them in April, though, so I guess I shouldn't be too mad. Yeah. And again, I always feel, I keep making fun of myself. I feel like a massive asshole being like, I can't see this one promotion out of the 17 promotions I'm going to see on my second Japan trip of the year. Oh. It's like,
yeah,
like everybody out there thinks, shut the fuck up, John. I'm sorry. Anyway, main event wasn't very good. I mean, it wasn't like it was bad. It was just pretty good. It wasn't what I was expecting for the main event. In the Team 200 kilogram countdown, Chihiro Hashimoto and Yu defeated Shuri and Lady C in 20:04. It was Yu pinning Lady C, I think. Yeah, they had the big delayed last ride.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big U fan. I guess I shouldn't have been that surprised. And at least they got the stupid log roll all the way early here, like almost exactly 5 minutes in. Hate that fucking spot. But yeah, I just thought this was a little slow and boring, especially after the last 2 matches were both really good. They did the big double splash on Lady, and then you hit a big delayed last ride for the pin. 3 1/4. It's pretty good, just, whatever. I mean, this is a perfectly good, smaller show, especially overall. But the 2 matches I'd recommend are the 2. I mean, really, I'd say, like, start with the second match and watch those 3 matches.
Yeah.
Start with Bub Mo Banana, it was 3.5, and then watch the next 2. And you really, the main event's not essential viewing.
The main event is outside of the opening pre-bell pop of the whole venue going, oh, when it was Shuri versus Big Hash at the start of the match. So that meant like the match should have been good, but sadly it's like Lady C and Yu is... It's just Sendai pit. You are not supposed to get a great match there, so they got really good show though. The rest of outside of the opener, which was bad, the rest of the show was really good. So they can't be mad about this show, and it's like one of the last U matches they will ever see. So they are free then afterwards.
There you go. Yeah, I don't. So like, it was a pretty good show. What else can you really say?
Yes, I would have enjoyed my time watching this show there live.
Yeah. So let's go to Oz Academy, the last show we're going to talk about was the Sonoko Katao retirement show, Final Blue Dragon, from this past Sunday at Korakuen Hall. They announced to sell out 1,500 people. I think it's probably a work number, but it did look pretty full. So,
I think they were as close to sell out as they can possibly get, because like it looked, I did not see any orange color during the show, so
this was, so Sonoko Kato, I should say. People don't know who she is. She goes all the way back to Gaia Girls or the Gaia promotion, I should say. So the name of the movie for some reason. She goes all the way back to Gaia in 1995. She did take a break when Gaia ended in 2001 before she came back in Oz Academy in 2006. Now, I'm not going to say
she was very in the retirement video. She was hurt. She got hurt just before the Gaia ended, and was unable to be even at the last show of the promotion.
Wow. But she's able to come back and last for 19 years. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, she like her knee exploded basically.
So how the fuck did she last 19 years for her comeback?
Have you seen her how she moves?
Oh, I guess there you go. So I'm not going to claim to be an Oz Academy expert. I've really only rarely watched them. I mostly wanted to watch this show because I'm like, well, I'm going to an Oz Academy show next month, so I really should watch them before that. And I know I have a general idea of what the promotion's like. It's obviously Mayumi Ozaki's promotion, and everybody cheats outrageously while the refs just stand there and go, well, we can't do anything because it's Oz Academy, which is always kind of funny.
Yeah, it's very good. Because she's the owner of the promotion.
Yeah. It's like the owner will not let us do anything because that's her whole thing. But yeah, so I wanted to at least get the feel for sure. I didn't realize it was a retirement show when I asked you if you wanted to do it, so it's kind of interesting. So the opener, I don't know. So this was originally going to be Mayumi Ozaki and a heel Sonoko Kato against Akino and Itsuke Aoki. Now, they were also with Maya Yukihi was with them at ringside. Now, I could not tell. They say the picture has a caption in Japanese that auto translates to the first heel Sonoko Katao. So did she never be a heel before?
No,
she was just trying this for.
This is the first time she was in a heel gimmick.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So she's been like a babyface opposition for Oz Academy all this time.
She
that's cool.
was a hero the whole time.
That's interesting. So she comes out here for the very first time as a heel, which the crowd seemed to be really into seeing, which makes sense, I guess, because these crowds do love heels. She's teaming with Mayumi Ozaki. Now, cage match already spoiled for me. This was not going to last, but that makes sense if she has never been a heel all this time. But yeah, so basically, the match starts as the original plan. They go to the brawl on the floor. It goes on for quite a while. They're doing choking and everything. And then finally we get this big moment where Kato refuses to use this barbed wire chair she brought out with her Aunt Akino, preferring instead to keep throwing forearms at her instead. So Ozaki turns on her. She's like, you won't cheat, then fuck you, and hits her with her chain. And then Maya Yukihi comes in and starts whipping her too. And then Sayori Ano and Sho run out. And why? Well, it's a show or
you mean Kakeru?
Yeah, it's Kakeru, right?
It's Kakeru. It's the auto translation. Don't ask.
Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah, why does it say show? Kakeru.
No,
thank you.
It's Kakeru.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Thank you. I'm like, am I going crazy? I'm like, I could have sworn her name was Kakeru because she's the same one who's just in Tokyo Joshi.
Yes.
Doing the fucking fake gimmick.
Yes.
Because she looks exactly like what's her name?
Mahiro Kiryu.
Yeah. Thank you. Mahiro Kiryu. Anyway, so Sayori and Kakeru run out to join the big heel beatdown because they're both in the reunited Sekigun with Mayumi Ozaki. So Kato defects back to the baby faces and the match restarts as Kato, Akino, and Itsuke Aoki against the Sekigun team. Basically, it was greatly amusing to me. You're like 20 minutes into this match at this point. No one is there's been maybe one or two bumps the entire match. Everybody's mostly just fucking hitting each other with weapons. And Sayori Ano comes in and she's immediately like, I'm going to take a German suplex on my head.
Yes, of course she will.
She can, like, girl, everybody's just fucking hitting each other with weapons and, like, not taking any bumps at all. You don't have to bump on your head for one match. And she's like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fall on my head no matter what. It's this is why I love her. She's the female Naito. She drops on her head no matter what she does. Kato ends up schoolboying Kakeru right after Kakeru accidentally hit Ozaki over the head with her sign. And that's it. That ends up getting the pin. It was long, but never boring. I would say it was pretty fun as a big wild brawl. I went like 3.5. And again, the listeners, if you're going to go back and try to watch this, your mileage may vary depending on your level of tolerance for this kind of like Joshi brawl.
It's basically fan service because it's the retirement show. That's supposed to be. That's the point of the retirement show. The retirement show is the fan service.
Yeah.
The thing is that she, for the first time, was in the heel gimmick. She did the posing with the bullying of in the rope, and they turned to all the 4 sides of the ring, so everyone could take a picture of her in the heel gimmick. She did the Vulcan brawl with the heel gimmick, and then she decided that she does not want to cheat and beat up her 2 tag team partners. Her long-term tag team partner of Aquino, who she has won titles with, and her new student, her kohai in Itsuki Aoki, who she has been tagging with for last few years. And who is pretty
and like
important.
she said after the match, she was like, I couldn't be a heel after all, basically.
Yeah, she has been the hero the whole time. Listen to her entrance.
It was a cool little storyline.
Listen to her entrance music, and you always hear the most heroic entrance music you get. And by the way, Oz Academy is one of those promotions that has awesome entrance themes because they are all real music, and some of them are made specifically by real artists for them. The Mayumi Ozaki entrance theme is a Swedish band that in the early aughts recorded a specific CD in Japan, and they gave her the entrance theme. Like one of the songs on their CD is her entrance theme, and she has it licensed. It's hers now. So
there you go.
That's the stuff. So that's like the enjoyment of Oz Academy is partly, of course, as well the music.
I mean, I am excited for it to be front row for Oz Academy because of obviously all the crowd brawling. There's going to be fucking women flying everywhere around, like brawling everywhere.
And the crowd goes. It's this very similar thing as the House of Torture produce show because the crowd goes there for that. That's the specific crowd that knows what they are getting. They are not getting like the work rate classes or anything. They are getting what they paid for. So it's like perfect show. You will enjoy that because the live Oz Academy live is so good. I love it.
Yeah, I did go to an Oz Academy live show a long time ago now. It was in Shinjuku Face, either 2016 or 2017. I can't remember which. But yeah, it's been a while. Our second match, this was a 300,000 yen battle royal. It was there were a bunch of wrestlers who were who've been wrestling for over 20 years.
Ram Kaito, for example.
Ram Kaito's been wrestling for 20. I could not believe that.
Yeah, she started when she was 4. So
when she was 4?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We have pictures.
So yeah, Jaguar Yokota, Yumika Hoda, Tsubasa Kuragaki, Kari Yoneyama. We got the return of Shin Meiko Satomura, which I was fucking dying. I was fucking dying for that. Ram Kaichou, and there's one more. Who's the other over 20-year one? Is it? Because I think the auto translate has it wrong.
Hota? Have you read Hota?
No, I read Hota already. This one showed up as Katsushika Sakura, but I don't think that's right. Is that just saying that Shin? Is that just a weird name?
Yeah,
for Shin?
Okay. That's for Sakura.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so there you go. There's your over 20 ones, and then your under 20. So they came in first.
Yeah.
And then the under 20 years experience came in second, which was Mochi Natsumi, who else is here? Kaho Kobayashi, Rina Amikura, Momaka Hanazono, Unagi Sayaka, Sayaka Toyota, Zonis, and I think that's it. And then Sakura Hoda got eliminated early and came back as Shin Sonoko Kato, which was funny. But I love when she does that, the two in the same match gimmick.
Yeah, two in the same match is good. Yeah, that's a good bit.
But yeah, right. So, but she got into the end with that second gimmick, and Ram ended up beating her. That was like, so Ram got the money. The chairman got the money there, because Kaicho means chairman. If people don't know. But yeah, fun for what it was. Very wacky, as you probably expect. I didn't rate it because it's a battle royal. So
yeah, it's the skippable part of the show.
it was a crowd-pleasing match. I'm sure it would have been a lot of fun if you were there. Everybody was very happy when she came out as Shin Kato. And they also got the rubber band spot too, which everybody always loves live.
And Ram Kaicho winning as the big veteran was funny bit.
Yeah. Ram Kaicho. The seven-man event was Aja Kong, Chikayo Nagashima, Hikaru Shida, and Nagisa Nozaki, defeating Hiroyo Matsumoto, Rina Yamashita, Veini, and Yuki Kamifuku. It was Aja pinning somebody. Who the fuck did she pin? She pinned Shida, actually, I think. Oh, no, Rina. She pinned Rina. My bad. Shida's on her team. She pinned Rina Yamashita. And we had a very rare Tokyo Joshi wrestler in the wild sighting here for Kamiyu, because they almost never work outside of
the big draw for me in this match is to see how Kamifuku will work outside of Tokyo Joshi Pro against like some of the big names of the Joshi scene.
Yeah, I mean, she had a regular partner, Veini, one of her regular partners. So that, but yeah, they're doing the sexy thing, and then Chikayo like was kind of on the older side, and she like mocked their sexy posing. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
There was a very physical match here. Veini nearly fucking hit like a big. I don't remember who she hit it on, but she hit like this big boot that almost fucking took somebody's head off. And later on, Shida and Matsumoto were just beating the shit out of each other in general. Just really, you could tell Hikaru Shida was like, yes, I can finally stiff someone again. Not like when I wrestled America.
She hit someone really hard with the sword as well.
Yeah. So, it got a little disjointed and chaotic down the stretch. That can frequently happen with Oz matches, but I still enjoyed it. And Rina was the one I think who took the very stiff looking kendo stick shot from Shida. And then she took a pair of back fists from Kong. And that got the pin. 3.5. Good match.
Yeah, it was fun. As I said, the big part was me watching what Kamifuku will do. And I think she did really well. I could have seen her like fitting really well into any mid-card of any of the promotion these other freelancers work in. The only bit is I really don't like her springboard big boot. That move doesn't make any sense to me. And it looks like she's going to break her leg and explode her knee anytime she does it. I don't want to watch that move done because I always am scared that I'm watching someone like break their leg. It doesn't make any sense and it sucks. Her dropkick was great and she did really well, especially against Nagashima. I was surprised she worked so well against Nagashima because that was the first time ever meeting. So I appreciate that. I did not expect to see Kamifuku on this show. I would not have expected to see Kamifuku on this show, honestly. It was weird.
The main event was, of course, the Sonoko Kato retirement match. She lost here to Ryo Mizunami in 1858. Kato had like a cool mashup of I guess it was all her different theme songs over the years.
Yeah, those were all her different theme songs. Yeah, that was really cool.
But Aniki only needs one theme song because it's a fucking house party.
It is a house party.
It's always the best entrance. I can't even describe how great it is when you're there live, especially. It's especially great in Shinjuku Face for some reason.
Yeah, because that's a nightclub. That is a nightclub.
Well, that's you solved it. There you go. And there are these. They're like Kato is coming out. She's already emotional right away, and she stands in front of these two front row seats that got reserved for her parents because I guess they're both passed away.
Yeah,
because she's 46. So
Meiko Satomura breaking down on the commentary, talking about the parents of Sonoko Kato, that they are unable to see their daughter leaving pro wrestling still healthy and with her life still ahead of her, was really touching. She was choked up really hard for that.
Yeah,
because
they great.
They started in Gaia together. Meiko was red and Kato was blue. So.
And like you could see when she passed those two chairs, like just the portraits, how broken up she was about it.
And the portraits of her parents were during the retirement ceremony, like the flower and gift giving to the retiring wrestler. The portraits were in the corner behind her, so that was also like a big thing there.
So at one point they call in everyone at ringside, and they all take turns running up on her in the corner. This must have sucked actually, because she's standing there, and she normally a wrestler you can fucking, you can fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, oh god, why can't I think of this word? You can like get ready to get hit, like you can, you can like, really like. I can't think of the fucking word. It's driving me crazy. Like, in other words, where you get ready to take a move. I don't know. I'll think of it in 2 seconds. So normal, like prepare yourself, but it's not prepare. It's like brace yourself. I don't know why the fuck I couldn't think of the word brace. Normally, you can brace yourself to get hit, but like half the time, more than half the time, they would run up and like kiss her or hug her. Unagi took a photo of her, which was funny. Like they were all, like hugging her and kissed her on the mouth and everything. But then some of them would just run up there and hit her as hard as they could. So I'm like, that fucking sucks. So like, you're like, am I going to get a hug or am I going to get kicked in the fucking face? So I was just like, this poor woman.
Hikaru Shida ran full speed, gave her a running knee and hit a thigh slap. So the running knee sounded like a gunshot. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
And especially
she was like, I am going to stiff somebody. I don't get to stiff anybody back in
and it's going to sound like I'm going to I'm attempting to kill her. That's like really weird for me, and one of the reasons why I do not like Hikaru Shida.
Sakura, of course, gave her the thing where she would stick the hands in the butt. I can never remember the name of it. It's the thing the Japanese school children do to each other. I can't think of the name, but she put her hands up the butt.
Chunk? No.
No, I forget what it's called. There's a name for it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Kancho.
Kancho, thank you. I wrote Kaicho, which is like that. No, that's
a president.
That's a president, like President Ram. No, Kancho. So she gave her the hands up the butt, which is funny. But yeah, Rio, it was a good match. I mean, it's not any kind of great match or anything, but that's really kind of besides the point. So I kind of feel dumb rating it. But yeah, Rio was like very emotional. She pins her after like a sort of running Death Valley driver. If you put a gun to my head, I guess I'd say 3.5 again. But really just it's a very, very, very watchable match and something I definitely recommend checking out just for all the emotion and everything.
Yeah, it was like. It was a retirement match of a wrestler who is certainly in need of retirement because they cannot really take all the moves that the other person does, and their body is failing them. So there were times where you could see that the Vulcan part of the movement is an issue. She still took a lot of the moves, but I think it was time. And the retirement match actually was emotional and well done, peaked well. Outside of, I think the crowd wasn't really sure if they should cheer her. The
crowd was like, wait a second, we're not supposed to like baby faces in this promotion.
Yeah, it's like they still cheer heroes, but differently. It would have worked like this type of match that they did would have worked better in different promotion, not this one. But it was still like a good tribute to Kato. So again, as I said, I think she probably should have retired like 4 years ago, but it was pandemic time, so she kind of took her sweet time, and I think it should have been sooner, honestly.
Well, Velkej with some hating here.
Yeah,
should have left the stage sooner, Tuts. That's what Velkej's saying now.
The same thing I'm going to say if I ever talk about Risa's retirement show, because she cannot walk anymore.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one because it's the day after I get back from Japan.
Yeah,
so
it's fine. I probably won't also watch that because I do not want to watch someone sit down in a ring and attempt to stand up. So that's... And it's not Keiji Muto, it's Arisa Serra. She's not that old, so it's kind of sad that she is
poor
doing
girl.
that. Yeah.
Alrighty, so we didn't say under 3 hours like I've been doing the last few episodes, but we didn't go that long, I guess. Did manage to go like an hour just on 2 Stardom Tag League shows.
I think if you edit the 4 or 5 minutes of you doxing yourself, it's going to be fun.
I don't think it was even that long.
It doesn't matter.
But yes, I will. I did edit out me doxing myself. If you're listening back to this, so you cannot hear my address. That stupid, that stupid man who's delivering my prescription did not fucking, did not take so goddamn long to. Or basically, he texted me before he was there. So I'm like texting him, "Are you sure you're at my address, which is blah blah blah?" And I'm like, "Why did I say that out loud? Very stupid of me." All right, next week. So next week is like our last quote unquote regular episode for a little while, because after that we'll be getting into the Wrestle Kingdom preview stuff, and I'll be taking a little bit of a break because going to Lang Steady. So, but next week's show, it'll be me and Snazzy, and we'll be talking the last 4 nights of the Stardom Goddess Tag League, the 26th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, and we'll wrap up the tournament. We'll be talking the Sendai Girls 22nd Fukuoka show I just talked about, mentioned before, the show with the Iwata, homecoming, or 10th anniversary show, I should say. And the DDT November 30th Korakuen. So that'll be a fun one. Maybe not also a super long one, although who knows? I don't know. But yeah, we'll be back to you then. Anyone do you want to plug anything, Velkej? You still got acting around? Or
I don't have any recent actress stage podcast because we decided to fold in October and November because those are always the worst months of actress girls schedule because they do not know how to do fall schedule and booking. So it sucks. It sucks for the third time in the last 3 years. So we are here again. So we will be recording basically the preview for the year-end show for the actress. And I'm going to be recording tomorrow a Stardom Quest show because that means I need to watch some Marigold tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
There you go.
Because as one of my friends says, I am a podcast slut.
There you go. All right, folks. You can follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Omakase, Wrestling Would Not Fit. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Just One MB. I don't know. There's the forum again. I guess I'll plug that again. The Wrestle Kingdom Preview Week forum, which you only got a few days left. So if you want to be on the episode, make sure you fill out the form. It's in the description. And yeah, we'll see you next week for another episode of what did I say? Stardom, Sendai Girls, and DDT. In the meantime, thank you as always for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Do you ever scroll through your camera roll and think, I should really do something with all of these? Yeah, same.
That's where Chatbooks comes in. Right now, Chatbooks is offering something we've never done before. 12 monthly mini photo books for just $12, plus free shipping.
That's a full year of printed memories for less than you pay for 1 month of streaming. Go to chatbooks.com/get12 to claim your books now. No stress, no frustrating software. Just pick your photos and the Chatbooks app does the rest. Printed photos have been proven to boost connection and belonging, and we think everyone deserves that.
So what are you waiting for? Go to chatbooks.com/get12. That's chatbooks.com/get12 now and get 12 monthly mini photo books for $12. But hurry, this deal won't last long.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Do you like wrestling trivia? Then check out the 5-Star Match Game, the Pro Wrestling Quiz Show. I'm Joe Gagney, and every episode, I grill 3 contestants with 5 rounds of power-packed wrestling trivia. We have over 30 evergreen episodes in the archives covering WWE, AEW, Japan, Mexico, and much, 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 much more. Play along at home and check it out today.
Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Collins, and I am the host of the Gentleman's Wrestling Podcast, a show right here on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. On the Gentleman's Wrestling Podcast, we take a deep look at individual issues and stories that are going on in the wrestling world. Each episode is about a different topic, and we take a thorough and educated look at things ranging from current booking trends to breakdowns on individual performers and angles to investigations into different fan cultures across the industry. In addition, we keep a close eye on the wrestling media, and as a professional journalist, I bring a unique perspective to how current issues in wrestling are being covered and discussed through the wrestling media. We have a revolving series of guests from across wrestling punditry joining us on each episode, and we hope that you make the choice to give us a listen on wherever you get your podcast from.